it's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? Wanna go ring? Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I'm your bits of bread.
Do the intro as Roger Klotz.
Yeah, welcome to the Snark Tank.
I forget what
Funny.
Welcome to the Snark Tank podcast, funny. I can't do it. I used to. I did it really good in Vegas.
Yeah, you were on it.
Yeah, but I was also drunk the entire time.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Snark Tank podcast, everybody. I'm Chris Raygun, and I'm joined once again by Tom Sweeney
I'm Tom Sweeney. Welcome back.
and Derek, some black guy Blackman.
Some black guy, black man.
What's up, cuh?
Hey, yo, what's good, cuh?
Consider your guys' selves lucky that this episode is even happening, because it very easily could have not. Because Derek's car exploded on his fucking birthday. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Hey.
Derek.
Thanks so
Derek.
much, guys. Thanks so much, guys.
disgusting.
I'm 17. So
So I'm almost there. You guys can almost touch me. I'm getting close.
But yeah, I was pretty messed up. I was on my way to my hometown, and as soon as I got off the freeway, my car was acting a little funny, right? You just notice, like, hey, it's not supposed to be slowing down when it should just be automatically in third gear, maybe, and then it just kind of didn't do that. It went to, I think, second,
Yeah.
and as soon as I made a right onto this main street, ass ton of smoke poured out of the exhaust.
Ass ton.
Like the kind that you see in like old Pinto, like disgusting cars that like cheat the smog test.
Yeah.
So like that kind of smoke.
Nice.
And so I pulled into the CVS and I'm like, I shouldn't be driving. Try to start it. Just a bunch of smoke came out and it just wouldn't start. It would like kind of turn over, but it wouldn't actually.
I've never had a car break down on me.
Well,
And I'm really glad that I haven't, because I feel like I would just abandon the car. I can't deal with it. That's such a major inconvenience to me that I'm like, I'd rather
just
just
leave
deal
the
with.
car wherever it was.
I couldn't deal with it. If it was an old car too. If it was like an old beat up piece of shit, like Jalen's car, the car that I drove to California from New York in.
Yo, dude, there was one time our old roommate Jalen's car broke down, and we lived in Glendale, so I had to walk all the way down far into Glendale, and we had to push it into a CVS.
why is it always CVS?
I don't know. It was a
I had
CVS
to go
there
to
too. You had to put it
CVS
to a
too.
CVS.
Because there's always a CVS.
yeah, there's always one.
That's
They
why.
always have parking lots, little parking lots. That's
And they always have everything that you would conceivably need in a situation like that. Let's stock up on some water. You know?
Oh, I'm in my car. Let me get some water.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it was hilarious. Your cars are way heavier than I thought they were, man.
Yeah.
Like way, like you.
They're
How
like
light
they're like
did
a
you
ton. They're on average they're a ton.
They're like you know a car is heavy because it's made of metal. So you're like, oh, they're heavy.
Yeah.
But then when you push one and you go on a little bit of an incline, you realize,
Oh, yeah.
how much heavier they are than your strength.
You know how you know they're heavy is because when people hit them, they typically get real hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know they're heavy. You don't need to push a car to know how heavy it is.
But when you push it, it's a different level of like understanding. You know.
I feel like whenever I push a car, it's way lighter than I thought it would be.
I mean, they move because of the wheels.
Because I'm like,
wheels.
what the hell? This moves?
But like when you because we were
Wheels
going,
are amazing.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for that first chip man that made a wheel. You're a real cool dude. We appreciate
I'm
you.
thinking about like pulling out like a pallet of water or something, like those 30 packs of water, and there's a
Oh,
pallet
yeah.
of them, and you can just put it on a jack, and you can somehow pull that.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous to think about that. This fucking wheels make you feel like a god.
Yeah, man. Really, thank you for guys for that. Thank you, ancient human, for that. That's really cool of you. You're the OG. Thanks.
Imagine if we never like figured out wheels. What would we do?
Man,
Oh
we
my
had
God.
cubed everything.
They're cubes.
They were cubes instead. Like fucking boxes.
There would be no point. You might as well just put the things in a box and drag it.
Yeah,
At
because you
that
slide them. Everything would be based on inclines. You'd have to slide shit. That'd be a better universe. Fuck you, wheel making guy. Actually, you're a bitch. Fuck
what
you.
an asshole.
We could have done something better.
Exactly.
The
You
wheel's
fucking,
the wheel's
you fucking
bullshit.
cave dwelling idiot. Fuck you.
So before we get too into the weeds here, we had a question for a couple weeks now that we've just never been able to get to because I thought it was a pretty interesting topic of conversation. Wretched Spawn.
Ooh, okay, that sounds
Ass.
edgy.
Throughout your lives, have you ever had to deal with people accusing you of acting white?
Oh,
Particularly people from within your own respective ethnic groups.
I would say when you're young, you don't really have to. At least this is coming from my opinion. When you're young, most kids don't really have that sort of mentality unless you grow. It really, I think it depends on neighborhood to neighborhood, because like since I grew up in a very Hispanic neighborhood, there wasn't a ton of black people, so really there was one black dude, this dude named Corey, that would give me shit for not being as fucking fresh as him, because he had the best cut, best fucking shoes, and like I didn't give a fuck about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So he would like clown me for that shit. But he was the only person, just because he was like, he's probably right now like in a gold suit or something. He's like one of those people. He's like one of those people. So I'm like, fuck him. He doesn't matter. But everybody else was kind of cool about it. And it wasn't until I got a little bit older that I realized that there was like, that really existed, that I was like so different. Because I wasn't in the hip hop culture, but I listened to hip hop. Like I listened to everything. I love metal. I would just wear regular shit. And so I didn't feel like I was wider or I acted wider or anything until I got to a certain age, probably like high school. Then there was a couple of people, it started floating around.
Yeah.
Right? Like there would be some people like, oh, if I heard you on the phone, I would think you're white. I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you got to think about how many black people are in the world. Like not everybody sounds like black Americans.
No, for sure.
I'm like, there are Negroes in the UK that speak like Lord fucking Byron, you know? Like, I'm just saying, like, I've kind of figured that shit out, so it just never really occurred to me. And then I was like, damn, everyone thinks all black people sound like black people that came from the South in America.
Yeah.
So it kind of blew my mind.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I was like, what the fuck?
Because nobody's ever come to me and said, you don't sound Hispanic. You know what I mean? That's not like a thing. That's like specifically a black thing.
It is.
Like, I don't think anybody really thinks that about any other group of people. I think everybody understands.
I don't really have an example. Just like the thing with metal, I started wearing band tees probably when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And then it was like a revelation of people like, whoa, what's this? How do you listen to that stuff? And I'm like, I just, with my ears, man.
What do white people sound like?
It's the thing where
I've seen people be like, "Ooh, welcome to Ooh, it's me."
I can tell you what a white man sounds like easy. Let me get you with it. Hey there, and how's it going? My name is Bradley, and I'll be helping you with your intercom today.
Oh, thank you. My name is James Jones, and I need that help.
Hey, well, gee whiz, Tanner. I'll be able to help you with this in just a second.
Tanner is really just a
Tanner,
very, very white
Tanner,
man.
That's-
Hunter,
Hunters.
and
There's no black people named Hunter.
Cletus.
Cletus.
is
That's not even a real name.
Specifically regional.
It is regional.
Cletus is someone. Every Cletus has at least two family members that are related that should not be related.
Yeah. They're flipper families. Yeah, for sure.
Yup.
For sure.
There's like one Cletus in the audience.
And he's going, hey, fuck you.
He's fucking you
He's
guys.
like, hey, god damn it. Like, you're right.
He's in the bathtub listening to this, slitting his wrists the long ways.
Oh no. Yeah, man. No, but the whole thing about that, like the accents, the dialects.
Yeah.
It's just people. Like, I always say we lack critical thinking skills, right? Because people think, but they don't think critically, because it just stops.
Yeah.
It's like, all black people sound this way, and I'm like, well, why don't you go a little bit further with that thought? And then when you realize, like, wait, how that can't even be possible, because everyone sounds different depending on where the fuck you grew up.
It's so weird, dude.
So it's a weird thing. And then when you think about where black people even got that accent from, white people from the South, they were taken to the South, they were worked to death, and they developed their fucking Southern twang. And then black people started to move, and then that shit started to spread everywhere. Yeah. And then my favorite is like, say, black people from the South, the Southern twang that moved to the Northeast.
Yeah.
Like, say, like fucking RZA and like people like that. That's my favorite accent. Because like it's the mix of like the New York accent and like the Southern accent.
The Wu-Tang, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like they were like a huge influence in my whole life. I fucking love Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, I love when two accents that come together that's like they're very different from each other. There was a viral video of this Vietnamese that grew up in Texas, and he was fishing during a hurricane. Like, he was in the eye.
I remember that. I remember seeing.
And he's like, I'm in the eyeball of the hurricane. Like, so it was like Vietnamese and like that Texan accent. I was like,
whoa,
what
that's
am I
crazy.
hearing?
One of our friends
insane.
is like that. One of our friends is Australian and Indian.
What? Who?
Rhea.
She just sounds Australian to me.
I think she has a bit of an Indian accent. Not a huge one, but it's a bit of it.
Well, she can put it on when she's like, because she's definitely like put it on, like as an exaggeration whenever she's like,
kind of like that.
Speaking the language. But like whenever she talks in English, she sounds like Australian. The audience has no idea anyway.
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of us
yeah.
person.
They know a grade A under A, that YouTuber.
Oh my God, I don't even know what the fuck accent that was.
I pinpointed right away. He's an Indian, British Indian.
British Indian.
Yeah, like they're like his accent. The Indian that mixed with the British. A lot of them have that very specific, distinct accent. And I was like, I know he's Indian. And
what
then
what is a worse accent?
The worst?
I think Southern black, man.
No,
hate that
no,
shit.
not even close.
I kinda, like, I'm a
Not
fan.
even close.
I hate it, dog.
I think that's charming as shit. I don't like Boston. Boston to me is horrible.
They sound like slur. Look, New York accents don't sound that great, but then when Boston accents are just disgusting New York accents.
I'll take it a little bit further. Boston women. There's
They sound
something about
disgusting.
women that talk like that have that accent that really turns me off. Like when I hear men, it's like, oh, it's fucking Matt Damon, whatever. Or the
I don't
other
like
guy.
really Mexican women accents either, though. TBH, like my girlfriend's Mexican and she sounds like an American for the most part.
Okay, yeah.
But like really, like I know, huh? Like that shit is
Oh, that
so
chola,
disgusting.
that chola shit, dude.
I used to date cholas though. That was
know,
like my
huh?
vice for a
They
long
were
time.
fucking glowing white, like they would put on the pale ass shit, and they would stencil on their fucking
Oh my
the
god!
lips,
and
like
they have their
put the,
fake eyebrows. Oh my
Yeah.
god!
I swear it's
All
so,
my ex-girlfriends who are cholas, I'm real sorry. I hate y'all now though.
that is so weird to me because I'm like Hispanic and I never saw that.
But that's not That's Mexican.
I know, but
That's-
like this, like Mexican isn't super. Like I feel
the
like
culture is pretty different from Puerto Rican.
right, but like I feel like when you're in New York is so
Mixed up, yeah.
Caribbean,
That's true.
you know.
That's what-
So
yeah.
like I feel like I don't think I met a single Mexican living in
Yeah.
New York actually.
Interesting.
It's insane, dude. Like, if New York, there's so many Caribbean people there.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's more Puerto Ricans in New York than there are in Puerto Rico.
Like, way
actually,
more.
like, actually for real,
way more, dude.
which is the
That-
funniest shit.
That is a
When I
little
found
weird.
out I was Puerto Rican, when I finally understood it, I was like, huh?
Of course you are. You're in New York.
Exactly. My grandma was like, what do you think this flag in our living room's for? And I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was a stupid American flag.
I thought it was stupid. The Puerto Rican flag is like a fucking retarded American.
I thought it was a
flag.
captain. I thought it was Captain America's shield, Grandma.
It is literally just Captain America's outfit.
It's the front of his outfit. It's
Dude, that's amazing. Captain Puerto Rico.
Captain Boricua.
Captain Boricua.
I like it.
Captain
Oh my
Walla.
God.
That'd be
I
hilarious.
also want to say before I get any further, if we have any female Boston fans, I still hit it. You know, I want to be. I just want to be clear. I don't.
Such a piece of shit.
You're such a bottom feeder, but like,
I'm not. I'm trying to lift their spirits up after I said they're the worst, and now you're saying I'm a bottom feeder.
all I'm saying is that you don't have to talk.
Well, we got a bunch of questions here to carry the rest of this godforsaken show.
Yep.
I'm dying. I got coronavirus,
Corona,
and
baby.
I'm slowly
I
walking
think I
towards
have
the
it, and I
grave.
think I'm fighting it off slowly. My body's failing, but
Yeah,
like,
if I perish very soon, don't worry about it. Honestly,
just no big deal. Laugh at me.
laugh
Show
at
up to your funeral and laugh at you.
Laugh at me.
Registered Vex offender wrote in.
Ooh, that's close.
That's close.
I like that a lot.
That's tiptoeing.
Hello, black, and ambiguously brown. I'm not ambiguously brown. I'm just Puerto Rican. It's not really brown.
They're
Right?
Well,
browns.
I guess you're ambiguous
browns.
because people wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at you.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm a chameleon, but so are Puerto Ricans in general. So.
Yeah. They are.
I mean,
especially their music.
Yeah.
About it. Very.
Banda? What the fuck?
Whoa, is that Gasolina again? If you had to throw one
It's
person,
bachata.
if you had to throw one person from the past, present, or future, screaming into the void of space, who would it be? Love the show. P.S. Swing, get a channel, you massive gremlin.
Why? I'm not a grim. Ew, don't call me that.
Past, present, and future.
Oh,
Past, present, or future. I don't know how you would choose the future.
Or
for
okay.
me, for me, it's easy. I already know. Let's see what you got, though. Let's see what you got.
I'm thinking past, present, and future. Damn. You know what? You got to go because I hadn't even think about it a little.
I would definitely choose Ronald Reagan right when he was becoming senile. I hate him so
But
much.
that would be fun for him, probably.
so.
All right, whatever.
I just want him. I just want him to experience the worstness.
I mean, he's a cool guy. I don't know what you're talking about. Your fucking face.
Okay.
He did. In fairness to him, he did get shot and just like walked it off,
That was pretty sick.
which is pretty cool.
I mean,
that was pretty sick.
I mean, the guy didn't want to kill him. Clearly.
I mean, he definitely
If
did.
I wanted to kill,
Who the hell shoot? No. Who the hell shoots somebody without intent to kill?
I don't know. It's a fucking 80s fucking politics. All that shit happened.
No, you're
Some
insane.
guy on a building fucking 360 no scope fucking JFK. All right, anything's fucking possible.
Call
Right.
of Duty, all the
pretty
kids,
crazy.
all the kids in the audience are like,
Why doesn't that footage exist? Why does that like not?
I'm sure it
YouTube
exists.
video?
I'm pretty sure
I'm
I've seen
sure
it.
that video
I'm pretty
exists.
sure I've seen it.
because it must exist. Like, there's no way a video of JFK getting his head like peeled open like a can of fucking cat food.
Yo, his head
spam.
jumped. His head jumped off his neck and landed on his lap.
Yeah, that shit was pretty crazy, man.
Dude, man,
Best shot
I think,
ever.
I think about that a lot.
I don't think it was.
I think about it a lot.
I don't think it was
Overkill.
Oswald. I think it was someone else.
Extermination.
You don't think it was?
I think it was an otherworldly creature came in and was like, I have to do this. I'm
It's
sorry.
just. I mean, it's just a bullet.
It's part of the timeline. He just shoots.
That's what happened. Like this whole past, present, future shit, and then somebody was like, they yeeted fucking JFK. That's why that shit was so weird.
They're like, this guy got to be stopped.
This guy's got to go. So obviously Lee Harvey Oswald was gonna fucking miss, but somebody made it
guided
not.
him.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Because he shouldn't. Even Lee Harvey Oswald was like, I should have missed that. Like, I know I should have missed that. Like,
Is that what he said?
No, I'm just saying. with the way that it happened, I feel like he was like, I killed the shit out of him, and I shouldn't have.
I really hate.
Good shot. Huh?
I really hate that story because it's just like I'll never know. I'll just never know. Like no one will ever really, really know.
Yeah, I feel like the people that knew are dead.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
I feel like that's why like the guy that shot him, like while he was being transported, like, come on.
Yeah, they're
come on.
killing
He
that
died.
guy.
He
They're
died.
definitely killing that guy.
I was just like,
It was probably some like crazy like criminal dude who had like no chance of getting out of jail, and then they were like, "You got to do this."
you got to do this.
And then they did it, and then they killed him anyway because no one cares about him.
That's some crazy shit, dude. I love assassination stories. Like from, they're so good. Like
They're fascinating.
They're better than movies. Like the whole like Franz Ferdinand shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
well, that's such
the
a
Black Hand?
fascinating fucking.
The whole Black Hand thing. How he got killed by the that's the guy after World War II dude, right?
No, it was
World
World
War
War
I, right?
Yeah, there
Franz
was like the
Ferdinand's?
whole that secret society that were like, we're gonna kill this motherfucker, and then it was just like the assassination. The guy that killed him, I forgot his name, but like he was waiting for like a long ass time, and
They were called the Black Hand, if I'm not mistaken.
It
right?
was. You're probably right.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the name.
That's
but you're
some
probably
wild
right.
shit. The Black Hand. That's some
It's
fucking
weird
Marvel
how, like,
shit.
That's movie shit.
It is. Yeah.
Like real life is so interesting, and it's way more interesting. You're like, how is that real?
The planet is
you
fucking
wrote,
wild, man.
If you wrote that story out, people would be like, "That's so lame and unrealistic." Like the Black Hand. Give me a break.
That's so wild, man. Like it's.
I don't know if any of this is
Oh,
true.
that. Yeah, I
don't know if
mean,
any of
it's
this is
true.
true.
I can't confirm the name, but I'm gonna trust you. But
I think it's called the Black
the
Hand.
assassination plot, like everything, and how intricate things need to work out perfectly. How like little decisions will just be like, oh, we weren't supposed to go down this route, and then little things change, and then it leads to tens of millions of people dying.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's really
weird.
intimate. Like assassinating someone is a really intimate means of killing them.
Yeah.
Other than like choking or something, or like beating someone to death. There's like I'm gonna walk up to someone when they're not paying attention, just put my hand in their fucking car and shoot them in the face a few times, then just stroll the fuck off.
There's definitely that's.
Some Irishman shit.
I've always liked the you know the Assassin's Creed games when you're just kind of casually walking, you just shank someone, and then you're just walking away like nothing happened. Everyone's on the street freaking out, and you're just chilling. You know, you just strolling.
Dude,
and
man,
shit.
those Ezio ones were so good.
They were really fun.
Ah man, that's two, right?
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed 2 and
two
Brotherhood
through-
and Revelations.
and yeah,
I never
yeah.
played Revelations, but like 2.
Yeah, I
is-
didn't-
Revelations was Ezio again.
Uh-huh.
yeah. It was him when he was old.
Yeah, he was all grayed out and stuff.
I loved Brotherhood though. Brotherhood was like my favorite one.
Really fun.
'Cause it was short too. It wasn't like super long or like
I never
annoying.
played Brotherhood. Brotherherhood was PS3, right?
Yeah, it's
it was
all they were
PS3,
all they
Xbox
were all
360.
that generation.
Oh my, I never played those. I just
Super
played
good.
2. 2 was dope.
Two was good.
Brotherhood had the multiplayer.
Has not
in it,
aged
too.
well
yeah.
though. 2 has not aged well
They-
at all.
yeah.
That's not true.
You know what hasn't aged well? The
don't think
first
it's aged
one.
well.
The
first
first
one's
one
really
is
bad.
fucking.
The
dude,
first one I thought was bad at the time. So like I can imagine.
I had fun at the time. I had a lot of.
it
fun
was
at
cool.
Yeah.
Like the
I
idea,
never played one.
the idea of Assassin's Creed was really cool.
Yeah.
Like oh, I'm in like fucking Jerusalem. Like I've never played anything like this. Like you just walk up to people, shank them, and walk away. It's
Yeah.
awesome, sick. But like even back in the day, I was like, there's an awful lot of white in this fucking game. Like that game was white as hell.
It was very.
Like it was so
game.
bright, and it was
a
like
very
there's
bright
one
game.
color. It was just white and like faded green and
That's how
like
they got away with it
faded.
being so
like everything
big.
was faded. It was so weird. It was like a dream. Like
you
the
know-
whole thing felt like it was a dream.
The
crazy.
worst thing about that game was that they made a level where you needed to get on. You're on the docks, and if they pushed you, you're a master assassin. They would drown you. You would drown if you fell in the water. Like you're a master assassin. You're the absolute like best.
That's
and you can't, and you can't swim.
This is a general video game trope.
Yeah, for a long while you couldn't swim in video
You would
games.
think
I was like,
that
this is dumb.
you would think being an assassin you wouldn't drown.
No, well
You know they fixed that in the second
well,
game.
I mean,
of course, but-
it's like the argument of like, oh, why can't you sprint in Halo? Spartans should be able to sprint. And it's like it's not really about whether or not they should be.
Oh,
able
no, that
to.
angers me.
It's more of a game.
It's
It's
more
more of a
game
design
Yeah, it's a
decision.
design thing.
See that angered me. Every game that does that. That's why I was happy that in Mass Effect 3 they finally let you sprint for forever.
I don't really
because
know
you're a soldier.
I don't really know if I like sprinting in video games. Really,
Oh, I love it because it makes sense of how a real person would be able to do shit.
pursue somebody.
Right.
Yeah,
But that's not about. It's not about realism though.
Oh no, it's enough. It should be enough to that basic mechanic to where I can run because it's not. I'm not getting a huge edge. Sometimes I just want to advance somewhere quicker. That's all.
Right.
And I'm limited to do that because I'm a bitch. I'm like, but why am I a bitch? I'm the shit.
I don't like it, man. I think it
fucking
fucks.
hate it.
I think it fucks design entirely.
It depends on
depending on the game.
Because
Depends
it's
on the
usually
guest,
just about traveling. Because usually you want to shoot everything and then you want to advance to the next place quicker.
Right, but the
I'm
problem,
like,
but Doom. This is the thing. This is the thing about Doom, man. Doom
Doom's fine,
2016
'cause you
proved
can't-
that you didn't need that.
well,
shit.
see, you can't because you don't. There's no sprinting at all. Like I don't mind
Right.
if like say the game Black, you can't sprint either.
Yeah.
I hate this little 3-second spurt. Like what is
Oh,
that?
yeah,
do?
I don't like that
It does
either.
nothing.
Either let
Why
me
you give me that?
Either let me sprint all the time or just don't.
I agree
give
with
it to
that.
me.
I agree with that.
infinite sprinting
We've come
could
to
be
the
a thing, yeah.
we've finally we've agreed on something.
you should never be able to sprint for a little bit. Then
But
stop.
like
that's
the-
fucking dumb.
but
Unless
like-
it's like a stamina bar that it's used for
let me-
other things.
But like the whole water thing,
Yeah.
was like I guess like early 360 or like maybe even early Xbox,
Late
PS2,
yeah.
even PS1 actually. Water was just like
Parameters.
a really good way of just like separating the play space without having to put like a big ass wall. Be like, okay, water designates you can't go there, and it looks nice, and you just kind of understand. It's like, oh, I can't go in the water.
I remember when I played Grand Theft Auto 3 was the first. No, not 3. San Andreas. Was it San
3
Andreas?
was the
Vice
first
City?
3D one.
Was Vice City the first one you could swim in, or was it San Andreas?
What was the first what?
You could swim in the Grand Theft Auto game. You could swim in. I remember
thi-
falling in the
I
water,
think
and
it
I was like,
I think it was San Andreas.
San Andreas.
And I was
think
just
you
like,
could
what
swim.
the hell? I was like, I'm not dead. This is crazy.
Yeah.
That was when it was like, wow, that game was so big too. Like that for the PS2, I was like, this is crazy. There's so much to do. I'm all the way in the mountains and like I can go back to the city. It was fucking nuts.
It's weird and it's also weird living here now after playing that game. That was like my biggest memory of California was San Andreas.
It's kind of funny because I never committed that map to memory. So when I got out here, I was like, I don't know what the fuck any of this.
Well, it's not even the map, but just like the idea of just being in California after playing that game for so many hours. It's like,
I played San Andreas, I think, for maybe a total of 20 minutes
Oh,
at
wow.
like a cousin's house.
I played San Andreas
that
a
shit was
lot.
very fun.
I'd put on like the fucking violent bystanders. And everybody would be
Everyone's
shooting
all
in the
fucking each
streets.
other up.
And then like I'd pull out my gun for a moment, the cops pull up, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking it's lame. You don't see this guy with a rocket launcher bombing a fucking hospital.
Trying to blow you up as you're driving by.
Good times,
That was great.
man.
Hey, I just noticed we didn't answer the question. So-
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't know who I would yeet into space. Hitler, I guess, is the safe choice.
He is,
But, like,
he is a safe choice.
Maybe
Yeah, I guess Addie's there
maybe
too.
Don Matrick.
maybe
Do you know who Don Matrick is?
I'm
not even
thinking.
close.
Don Matrick is the dude who introduced the Xbox One.
Oh shit, that was
I'm
cringe,
thinking-
bro.
Dude, he sank that brand for like a good couple of years.
He did.
Like he did permanent damage to Xbox as a brand. Like,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
I feel like there's an agreement, man.
He also blocked Phil Spencer like early on. Like he would just like shit down all of his shit on all of his ideas.
I feel like there's an agreement between the consoles that like one can't soar above each other too high, because it's like PS3. It was kind of a shitty launch. They're like, oh, what was this? $600? This is stupid. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then Xbox 360 was kind of doing really well. And like, hey, we gotta like kind of slow down a little bit.
I think it's marketing competition.
Nah,
It's
man,
like,
it's arrogance.
No, we have to slow
well, it's
down.
competition. It's like, oh, these guys are doing really good in this way. How are we not doing this good? Let's just figure out how to do better.
no,
And
but
just
what
Let's
it
put
is-
out a VCR and call it Xbox One.
No, what it is like what it is. It's just pure arrogance. It's like PS2 sold ridiculous. I think it's the best selling console of all time. Pretty sure.
it might be.
Pretty much.
And
I think the PS4 might have beat it just now.
no, that's impossible.
Really?
Impossible.
PS2 is fucking
PS2
insane.
is 155 million units. There's no way the PS4
Never
just
mind.
crossed 100 and something million.
Never mind. Yeah, that's a lot.
So the PS2 crossed like 155 million units. Insane. That's point. That is actually straight up 1/3 of Americans had a PS2.
That's terrifying.
So like
that's terroristic.
that's just a lot, man. And they were doing really well, and then they were like, "Oh, we can get away with anything." So then they put out the PS3. It's like, "Well, we'll charge $600 for it." People pay for it because it's PlayStation, and everybody was like, "What?"
Like, I don't want.
And the Xbox wasn't doing so
I
well.
was one of those idiots that paid
The
for
Xbox, the original Xbox, did like modestly. It did okay, but it didn't do anywhere nearly as well as the PS2
Yeah.
did. And then the Xbox 360 came out first. It wasn't expensive. It was cool. It was new. It was high tech, and everybody was like, "This is fucking sick. I love this." And then they dominated that generation up until the very end.
Yeah.
And
at
then,
the very end,
and then
Sony did a fucking
and
somersault and made it.
And then because the Xbox 360 did so well and it had so much good faith, they were like, we can do anything. Whatever. Put out a fucking VCR. Fuck it, whatever. Let's make it always online.
I still can't believe
Whatever,
it's
who
called
cares?
Xbox One.
The Xbox One,
And I think,
was
honestly, I think that's happening again.
PS5?
I think PS4 is doing so well
Oh yeah.
that PS5 is going to be fucked.
Did you see the
Because
build
the-
kit? I think just even what I saw with that. I was
Oh yeah,
like,
the dev kit looks terrible. They're even being like, maybe we'll get backwards compatibility working, maybe
No, I think they have it. I think
for
they agreed.
PS4,
Oh, not period?
not period, not
Oh,
like all the
God,
generations.
yo, dude.
They're working on a way, but I think their way is like PlayStation Now, where you have to stream all the
nobody
games.
wants PlayStation Now. That's a fucking terrible. Like if you have shit internet, PlayStation Now is fucking awful.
I have it and I don't want it.
Yeah.
I never touch it.
That's so
I tried
stupid,
it once,
man.
and I was trying. My internet wasn't even that bad. I was trying to play God of War Ascension, and it was shit.
The thing
was
is,
glitching.
The thing about it is like
Pixely.
you can use it and it works, but I would never choose to use it over just having a downloaded game.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's really serious. I do not understand why Sony and Nintendo are not using the fucking fountain of fucking old games that they have before and just putting them on the new consoles.
I'm not sure.
Like
either.
it's just free a lot of money. Like if
Yeah.
they put
I
if they
agree.
put Mario 64 on the fucking Switch, do you understand how many people would buy the Switch
Yeah, I don't understand
and
that
play the
marketing.
fuck out of it? Like it's
I think there's really old people is still in marketing positions, and they don't understand that. I always wonder about stuff like that, because that it seems like free money. Just you're just losing money, because the whole thing, like, say there's certain games on the PS1, like say I had to whip out the PS3 so we can play Mortal Kombat Trilogy and NFL Blitz. If I was able to play it on my PS4, a lot more people would be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna buy this immediately, and I have no reason to keep this old garbage, and I'm gonna subscribe to PS Now, and or not Now, but just
PSN.
regular PSN and stuff." You're gonna go over and convert. You're
Yeah.
going to do it. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I don't know if they crunch some numbers and they think
It's arrogance, man.
I don't get it.
It's
I don't
arrogance.
get
They
it.
don't have to because they're the top dog right now.
That's
They
true.
don't have to do anything because it's like, everybody's buying PS4 and everybody's gonna go to PS5 because PS4 sold so well.
Damn
and
it,
it's like
I
they don't get it, man.
I
Like
want PS5.
the PS,
I-
Sony literally did an unveiling of the PS5's logo
I saw
as
that.
if it was like a big deal.
and I was
It's
like,
like, wow, it's a P and an S and a 5.
looks exactly what I thought
deal.
it was gonna look like.
It looks exactly like every single photoshopped image of that logo looks like. Congratulations, that's so cool.
it's so fun.
They're hyping themselves up off of like their own shit, and it's like,
Yeah.
yo, you really gotta think about this shit.
Not happy about Xbox either, though, man.
They're doing way better.
I mean, they are doing better, but I'm
my
still
opinion.
kind of like, I want to work for them, man. I want to give them names for marketing. Like, it's just the name alone. There was whole like the Xbox Infinite. That was like the name.
Oh yeah, I tweeted about that. Yeah,
Why the fuck why wouldn't it be that? Why would it not be that? I don't understand. It just makes sense. Especially they said the all-in-one Xbox One, and then they're trying to sell TV and all this shit.
the
Like, you could-
360
I didn't
was
get
was a cool name,
It was.
which is weird.
So people were like, the natural thing is let's go to 720. Let's do it. That's what
That
people
was
were
stupid.
saying.
The 720 didn't sound nearly as cool.
Xbox 720. Xbox,
No, it sounded
Xbox
dumb.
900.
You had to do something else. The
I
thing
would
is,
have been an X.
well, the reason why they didn't just do Xbox 2 and Xbox 3 specifically is, I think I recall like hearing about this on some podcast with like some people who worked on the console, and they were like, oh, the reason why we didn't call the Xbox 2 is because the Xbox 2 would have been competing with the PlayStation 3, and that would have made it sound to the average person who isn't necessarily all that privy
Oh,
that the
it's
Xbox
behind.
was less
Yeah.
sophisticated, which is probably accurate.
There
So
is
they hit the nail on the head with 360. 360 sounded awesome.
yeah.
But then after that, they were like, "Oh, let's do one." I'm like,
It's
"What
an
the fuck?
all-in-one.
You just totally devalued the entire naming convention of your like. Why wouldn't? That's the whole reason you didn't do 2.
Yeah.
It's because it sounded inferior. Now you're going back to 1. You
people,
insane?
Some people in marketing are just fucking inept. They're dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's something there, I feel like, you know how like, we mess around a lot, we make a lot of stupid jokes and we say, oh, I wonder what would happen if we did something like this. I feel like that's what's happening. Like, oh, what would it be like if we just called it Xbox One?
Why don't we just call it the Xbox poopy butthole?
I bet it would piss everyone off. Let's do
Xbox
it.
One and
So maybe you're right about that arrogance
Xbox One is only slightly better than Wii U as far as the name convention, and it's still
The
terrible.
Wii U was such a bad name.
The Wii U was the worst one because it was just so stupid.
the Wii U. I was like, why?
The Wii alone was already kind of like, what? Why'd you call
I
this?
liked
this?
it, the Wii. I was like, the Wii is kind of charming. It's cute. But the Wii U is just dumb. I'm a Nintendo fanboy though. I'm gonna be real. Like I have a huge
And
fucking,
even you would say.
Yeah.
It was the Wii U was a stupid fucking name.
You know what's smart to
that
do?
console was stupid too. Had an amazing virtual console though. Like off the fucking Richter was so many good games on there. Like so many good Game Boy games.
Yeah, and then it had that Fisher Price controller.
Dude, it did look like a Fisher Price. It
looked like
you
a
learned math on in fucking second grade.
It looked like something that you would like find in the little alcove at the doctor's office with all the fucking little slidey abacus
they've been doing that for like a long time. I mean, the N64 controller was a little weird,
Yeah.
and then the GameCube one was very Fisher Price, with the buttons were all like different sizes, like a giant fucking red button,
The
a
GameCube-
tiny little fucking button.
That's true,
They've
but
been doing weird shit for a
the
while.
Wii U specifically felt cheap. Like the
Yeah.
controller for the Wii U felt cheap because there was a screen on it and it felt like it should have been sophisticated. It feels like it should feel more expensive than it feels. Like when you hold a Wii U controller, it feels like you're
Holding your toy.
It feels like you're holding a fucking leapfrog.
They're like, yeah, like a fucking thing you'd like, oh, my parents got me a video game, but it's an educational video game. Like
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Yeah,
It's exactly like
Math
that.
Blaster. I don't know if you ever played
shit
that.
is
Well,
so-
Math Blaster's awesome.
Actually, it was
That is
pretty
fire.
good. It was pretty good. Actually, I was thinking about I was like, I need to cop that shit again.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
man.
should get math because my algebra's not like not the cleanest right
Do a
now.
Math Blaster speed run.
Oh my god, Math Blaster playthrough.
Yo, I'm gonna find that shit right now
That'd
after
be
we're
fucking
done.
hilarious, yo.
We should just stream Math Blaster.
Like a,
And we're fucking up like really early in the game. We're fucking up. It's
Oh,
like, yo,
it's
what is this?
fucking 3 times 8. I'm fucking game over.
Fuck shit, Chris. What is that number? What's that number? Quick, tell me.
Well, since we're on the topic of video games, we have some
do it.
questions about this. Scrap wrote in with the 20th anniversary of the PS2. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I think it happened already.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. March 4th.
March 4th, the 20th anniversary.
March 4th. I know March 4th was the release date
The
of the
PlayStation?
original PlayStation 2, which is weird actually. Super weird.
That's
Yeah, it is
insane.
interesting. It's all
yeah.
holiday now.
Yeah, it's a very weird.
I was 5 when that game came out. I was 6 when that console came out. What the
Wow.
fuck?
Yeah,
That's
probably.
pretty crazy.
I might look this up, but the question is, with the 20th anniversary of the PS2, I have to ask, what are some of your favorite PS2 games?
Oh, that's easy.
There's so many though. That's
Ratchet
the
and
crazy.
Clank, or Ratchet and Clank Gone Commando.
All right, relax, man.
Definitely.
March 4th, 2000.
I'm so fucking ratchet.
There's Ratchet and Clank. There's definitely Metal Gear Solid 3. It was initially
Snake Eater's fucking dope.
Solid 3. There's Jack 2. I fucking love that game.
I never played any of those. I never
Any of the
played like the
Jack 2?
big ones on PlayStation 2. I
Sly
always
Cooper.
just I stuck with the only games I was playing on PlayStation 2 were like the Dragon Ball games.
Of course.
I was playing Budokai
I
and
played the first
Budokai,
Budokai.
Tenkaichi.
You
and,
gotta
like-
you gotta play those on PS2. If you play them on anything else, it's fucking stupid.
well, they were only on PS2, right?
No, they're on GameCube and shit like
Oh,
that,
that's
too.
right. I remember the original Budokai looked really weird on GameCube.
Devil May Cry 3.
Oh, of course.
Devil May Cry was like one of the first games that like really kind of got people on it. But Devil May Cry 3 was just so polished, especially after 2 was kind of trash. 3 was amazing. I
It
still love
was
that
so
game.
cool. I love
Still
fucking
love that
Dante.
game.
So super sick.
I still like the very first mission. When you're inside your office, it's just such a fun introduction, and I still love that game.
Psychonauts. Psychonauts is a
PS2?
pretty great one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Psychonauts is PS2.
There you go.
What else? Oh, man,
there
there's
was-
so many.
I really
Shadow
like-
of Colossus. I played on PS2.
God of
also.
War?
Oh, shout out, yeah, God of War. Dude, God of War 2 was so fucking beautiful to me. Like God of War 1 was awesome, but number 2 was just they really
I played and liked the
Polish
God
it
of
up.
War games, but I didn't love them.
I loved them.
I didn't love them. It wasn't about I couldn't just fall in love with.
Did you just not like hack and slash?
Yeah, I just don't think that's my genre.
All
It
of
gets
that
really
shit.
it gets really boring to me really fast. Like, I like a
love
little
that
bit of strategy in my fighting game.
Well, a lot of the appeal of the God of War specifically, I think, is just
How
the
brutal.
spectacle of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you fucking people up, and then there's a little bit of puzzles.
a little bit.
A little bit of. You know what? Actually, was a really great game, even if it was just like a straight up clone.
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno was really
That
cool.
game was cool. I like how you.
I beat that game a couple years ago just again. It's really fun.
I
Super
like
fun
you
to
had the
play.
Hadouken fucking crosses. You just you shoot the crosses
Yeah,
at
yeah.
people.
Upgrading.
You
You
could've-
could like fucking 5 of them, and it's crazy.
Just the coolest shit in that game was that like you could absolve people. You could
Yeah.
absolve people or damn people.
I love
and that was like
punishing
such a
people.
cool idea. It was like, fuck you. I'm gonna.
You punch them in the gut, and then you shove the scythe in their face. After I'm like, dude,
That was a
that's
cool
brutal.
game, man.
It's
I know.
really
I know.
cool.
It's definitely just a clone of God of War, like without a
100%.
doubt.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't argue
Straight up.
that.
Everyone
knows it.
knows it, and they're totally fine with it. Because people wanted another God of War game. They're like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about it is the camera sometimes was pulled way back.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
can barely see anything.
Yeah,
So if you had a
feature.
fucking small TV, Like I had it at one point. I had a 20-incher when I was moving in between houses and stuff, and I was like, I can't play this game. Like, I can't fucking see anything.
I used to play Halo 3 competitively on a screen that was like this.
Yeah, it's about like
this 20 like
What
20
is
inch.
wrong with you?
Because what do you mean? What's wrong with me? I didn't have money, Kingston. I was poor.
You didn't have a living room TV you could use?
No, what?
Damn,
My parents were always on the TV in the living room. I had to get my own like tiny. My TV didn't even have a stand, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like a screen with like this little kickstand that would come out, and this TV would always be like at a weird angle, so I had to look down at it. It was fucking terrible.
Oh my god, like a switch.
That's
I
great.
Pretty much had a
wish.
switch.
I swear to you, like I've never seen that TV that I had anywhere ever. I tried to look for it online and I can't find it. The strangest design I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
Stupid as shit.
It's really stupid. That's a really dumb design. That's why they don't exist anymore.
It's
Clearly.
weird. It's so weird thinking about how like like I remember I didn't have an HD TV for a while, and then like I went to my friend's house and he had one. It was like one of the original HDVs, so they were fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
They were like huge. Like if that shit fell on you, sayonara, big.
Done.
And like I remember we were like, what do we gotta do? It's like, oh, take out the take out the other colored ones and put this thing in. It's called an HDM1.
HDM1.
I was like, what? It's HDM1. It's like, trust me, it looks real cool. And we plugged in and we turned on the Xbox, and it went from like looking like foggy to like really crisp. And I was like, whoa, these colors are so vibrant. I can really see this guy die when I kill him. This is fucking good times, man.
Dude, seeing HD for the first time was actually like such a weird moment.
Do you remember your first time seeing like real HD?
Yes. It was 2011 when I like legitimately had a. Because actually, well, no, that's not true. It was way before that. Because it was when I had personally my own thing in 2011.
Yeah.
My friend, they bought like a Vizio started to become a big brand in the US, and my friend's mom bought just a big ass TV, probably like $1,000, and then like 07, 08, and we would play Halo 3 on it, and it was just fucking. The water was just the water, like, wow, look at the fucking water, dude. It's so, it looks like water. It looks like you can drink it. It was crazy, man. That was when I was really impressed, and then it took me a few years to finally get something myself.
Yeah.
Because
What about you? What's the first time you ever saw something that was like soap?
It was literally at Costco. I was like, no, it was like a week before Halo 3 came out. And they had like a demo station in Costco, in the Fishkill Costco that we used to go to.
Was it a Costco or was it a Sam's Club? It was Sam's
Oh,
Club,
the
right? We had Sam's Club.
Sam's Club.
Yeah.
It was at the Sam's Club.
Yeah.
And they had like this demo station like right at the front door of like Halo 3. And I was like, what the fuck? I can play this right now? And they had it on like a big HD TV, and I played it. I was like, this is so insane. I can read. I can read the text on the thing. That's wild. It's
weird
fucking
though.
crazy.
Now then your eyes adjust, and then you don't.
And now it's just normal.
Yeah, it's normal, and then you go back to the old shit, and that's the thing that fucking freaks me out.
Puke.
Going back to like, I remember like looking at God of War 2 and thinking like, this is amazing. This looks so good, and then going back like years later, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I swear I remember this shit looking perfectly polished and smooth.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. That's largely just like a product of how TVs work now, because they make old shit look worse. I was at like a flea market or something, and I saw somebody playing Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 or 3 or one of them, maybe the first one. I don't know. Who cares? It was on like a small kind of the fat TVs, like the old standard definition. I forget what they're called. There's like a name for those TVs.
Analog.
Yeah.
And it looked great. It looked totally. It looked crisper than like. It didn't look as crisp as HD, but it didn't look nearly as like foggy or muddy as like playing those games on like an HD TV through the old system does. So I feel like those games were, developed for monitors and televisions
You'd assume so.
that would display in that way. Because I swear to you, it was like blew my mind. I was like, is that an HD TV like retrofitted to look like a fucking analog? And they were like, nah, man, it's just like it's fucking old ass TV.
I need to test that out now.
crazy.
I need to test that out.
It was one of the reasons why I was like looking around for like an old TV.
For me, I remember I was watching Salt. That fucking Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about
I remember that
movie.
movie still because I remember there was one time she was running through Manhattan and like everything looked so real, and I was just, like, I had like a moment where like I was at like my Indian friend's house and we were all watching it. Everybody was just like looking at the movie, and I was just like looking around like, why does it look so real? You guys see that? It looks so fucking. It looks realer than outside does.
It looks realer than outside does.
And I was just having a fucking panic attack, and they were like, "Are you all right, man?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm."
Finally ascending.
It's happening, huh?
You're
Yeah.
That's where do we go from here? I don't think they're making TVs that. What's the point now? I think the only point is having a TV as big as your living room, because like okay, so they already have the 4K, and say if you double that, there's no point. The only point is that having a giant TV and it'll still look like you're watching it on a phone.
Yeah, because you can't even really get a 4K TV below 40 inches. I think, like you can't get a 4K TV that's like 32.
You can't. They don't exist.
They don't. I'm pretty sure they don't exist.
Well, how big is your TV's 4K, right? Yours is like what, like 38, 36?
No,
my
it's way
TV
bigger than that, right?
In my room?
Yeah,
It's way
That's
bigger
a
than
55.
that. Yeah.
What? It's a 55.
In my room, it's a 55.
This is a 72 then. To one in the living room.
This is a 55 also.
Yeah, I have 55.
That's the same size TV as in your room.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I have a 55. I
Yeah,
bought
man.
A
I had no
Samsung.
clue.
But
Samsung?
my tiny TV is like a 32. The one like
that's
off
the
to the
one,
side.
yeah.
And I like that TV a lot actually.
Yeah.
The one that I brought out here the other day.
That's insane.
But that's not 4K. You just can't.
You can't do
At
that.
a certain point, like the resolution just doesn't show. Like there's not enough space for those pixels to really
Be in there.
even be there. It's like
Yeah.
watching a 4K video on your phone. It's like
Like
You're not seeing
there's
anything.
really no point. It's just like because you can watch a 1080 on your phone and it's gonna look fucking amazing. Now put that same thing on your big ass TV and it's gonna look like shit.
Yeah,
So then
true.
it's like that's why you want to put like a 4K on a bigger TV. And then if you want to get 8K, your TV needs to be is the span of your fucking living room as wide as it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money.
8K is insane to me, dude.
Like there's no point. You're wasting your money if you have like a 50-inch and put 8K on it. Like 4K is good on it. It's good.
I feel like I just don't care about resolution that much. Like I feel like
Because your eyes at a certain point can't discern the difference.
I mean they can, but like
Not really.
They can.
they can
it's
discern different, but
it's
it's
really
really,
for
but it's
the
almost
size.
abysmal.
They
It's
can, but it just doesn't make much of a difference. And it, like I would rather have easily. I would rather have like even sub 4K, like 1440 or whatever the resolution is like that's just before 4K, but not 1080.
1440 is pretty good.
1440 isn't 4K, right?
It's not 4K.
Yeah, yeah.
4K is 38.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when
yeah.
you hit 4K.
That's
So
insane.
like 1440, beautiful, totally fine. That is as good as it needs to be with 60 hertz minimum, 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That is totally fine with me. Everything in the future could be that. I feel like frame rate is more important than like
Absolutely.
resolution.
Frame rate
as far
is
as
very
like
important.
as far as a video game goes,
Absolutely. Frame drops in a video game is detrimental to a fucking buy.
dude, it's night and day, man. You play Destiny on PS4 at 30 frames, and then you switch to it on PC at 60. It's like, or like, I think I'm at like 140 on PC. It's like insane.
Dude,
it's so fast.
Destiny on PC looks manic.
It's
like the
fun.
shit they do,
Everything
the-
on PC is fun.
The shit
Yeah.
they do, the shit like I've seen people do like ridiculous maneuvers. Where I'm like, how did you even see someone was behind you? Like some guy shoots the shotgun and immediately twirls around, throws a knife at somebody else, then snipes somebody. And I'm like, how do you do
You
that?
just have more information.
Yeah.
You're just getting more information. There's more time to
There's
process the
yeah,
frames
more
because there's
stuff.
more. There's, you know,
I'm-
it's
I'm-
just better.
I'm probably gonna get
the
one.
textures,
I'm probably gonna
everything
get a
is
nice
just,
PC.
dude, definitely.
It wouldn't even be that big of a deal if you could just like, if you had like Titanfall 2 is perfect. Titanfall 2 is a perfect example because on console, on Titanfall 2, you can increase the FOV, and it's at 60 frames. I'm pretty sure. So like playing that game on console is like great. It's a fucking fantastic experience. It doesn't have to be on PC to play super well. The problem is it's just like for some reason, so many developers just don't
Want to?
want to put that feature in. Like I don't know why Respawn was able to do it and nobody else can figure this out. Put an FOV slider in your game. You
That'd
can
be
clearly do it. It's very clearly possible.
yeah.
It's just field of view, so you just your what you call it, your face of view would just be wider. Pretty much that's all it is, right? You
Well,
just see
when
more.
your field of view is wider, you have more information, you have more peripheral vision, basically, and it also makes the game feel faster because you're moving through that space at the same rate that you would normally, but you're seeing more space pass you.
Yeah.
So like a lot of slow games, like it's always like because I never felt this way, but a lot of people when I was back in the day would be like, whenever they would play Call of Duty, and I would be playing Halo, they'd be like, "Oh, Halo feels like really slow because you can't sprint, and it's like the FOV is like really tight, and it's not 60 frames per second." And I never really felt that, but I totally got it once I played the Halo Online thing when they modded Halo 3 and put it on PC, and then Microsoft shut it down because it was like a direct copyright infringement. But playing that game, even at just the base player traits with the Halo 3 stats, but with like 60 frames and like a heightened FOV, that game is fast as shit. But it doesn't feel that way when you're looking at it on the 360 because it's just so, like the FOV is so slow.
Halo does feel slow. Halo
yeah.
does feel slow sometimes. Like I love it because like I don't know. It's like methodical to me.
It's the FOV, man. I'm telling you, the FOV changes so much. It's stupid.
They need to look into that for real. Everybody, you hear us out there. You know what we're talking about. Do it.
They're doing it. I know they're doing it for the the Halo collection. They're putting they're putting FOV sliders on the console version.
That's dope.
But like they should do that for everything. Seriously,
D2 needs that shit.
Destiny needs it. At least on the next gen. If you can do it on the next gen, I'd be happy with it.
There's no excuse.
You know what's crazy?
It definitely should be on the next gen.
I don't think I'm gonna get a PS5 anytime soon.
There's really no reason to. Unless you're really excited for the launch.
Like I want one.
Yeah, no.
And like I could probably save the money to have. Like I could probably have the money by the time to get it. But like I don't know. Like I just don't really know.
Here's the thing. God of War.
That's the only thing.
God of War 2 is not going to be on launch.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 is not going to be on launch. No way. What are you gonna get on it? We have to wait until E3 before we know what the hell is happening. Whether or not E3 even happens.
Oh yeah. Well, it might be an empty E3. It should still
might
happen.
Be an empty E3. Yeah, I know the conference is probably still gonna happen. I know Microsoft is
actually
dead set on going.
I wouldn't mind it being empty. Usually the audience just annoys me.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
I hate going to E3 specifically because it's just lines.
Yeah.
It's exactly everything I hate about theme parks. It's like if E3 is a theme park that there's no VIP for. Like you can't just buy a VIP ticket.
I mean, that's honestly the reason I've never wanted to go, because the things that I want to do there, I don't want to wait for a long time to try a demo. I was like, fuck that shit.
That's why I've grown accustomed to really appreciating like the smaller titles, like stuff that's like not even necessarily indie, but stuff that people not necessarily aren't like lining up for. Like I kind of regret not going to PAX because I was supposed to go, but then I was like, I'm feeling kind of sick. I got this corona flu, you know.
Yeah.
And I just didn't go. And then a friend of mine texted me that I hadn't seen since like this is a third grade friend of mine. Like,
oh
he
yeah,
texted me.
he sent you a specific text.
Yeah, he sent me a specific text. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm at PAX." I was like, "What the fuck?" And he texted me this picture of like the Destroy All Humans booth because they're doing a remake of Destroy All Humans. That's one of the games that we used to play all the time. The game that I love so stupid dearly, and like I would have totally gone there and played it because like no one's at that line because it's such a niche game.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's weird that they're remaking all this shit. Man, someone's keeping tabs on you, man.
We're old, man.
Yeah,
we're old, so all the stuff that we grew up with is getting remade.
But
it's me specifically.
That's what I'm saying. They're keeping tabs on you because they haven't remade my shit yet.
No, well,
last time we talked about it, that they hinted that they might do the Legend of Dragon remake.
That'd be kind of fire. I'd play that.
If that happens, I will. I'm good. I don't need any other I mean, I want other remakes, but I don't need any.
I
other
guess
ones.
Final Fantasy VII is like the remake I wanted. I guess
if you're not getting your remakes, I don't know what to tell you, man. There's no there's no accounting for bad taste.
This
look
asshole's
at
like literally got
Chris
everything.
Ray Gun. Look at me remakes. Look
Crash
at me.
Team Racing, fucking Medieval.
All the fucking games you want, bitch.
What
Fuck
else?
you.
Destroy All Humans.
Fuck you.
All this other bullshit.
That was the most out there one. Destroy Humans is one that I was like, they're not gonna do that. What reason would they have to do that? I don't even think that game sold particularly well. I think it sold like 1 million copies or something like that.
I hate you and your fucking white man luck.
Yeah.
I hate you.
My luck?
Yeah, it's true. You're not.
I'm not super lucky.
You're not. Yeah, you're not lucky.
I'm not lucky.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, you're lucky enough.
You're lucky enough that game devs are like, hey, you know what? This Chris Ray Gun guy talks about dying so often. Maybe we should make him he's fucking make a wish for you.
listen,
Fucking make a wish.
This is all some cosmic make-a-wish because the universe knows I'm gonna die soon.
Oh,
Damn,
that'd be terrifying.
That shit got dark.
That'd be so sad.
Dark, dank, and scary.
I don't know, man. Legend of Dragoon is probably likely, I think.
They
Yeah,
have
happen.
to. It doesn't, dude. It's
I think
such
Blue Point
a
is making
good
it.
game. They have to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They hinted at that and Demon Souls. So
But Sony might buy Blue Point.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
Which would make a lot of sense.
Because they're that was some SCEA shit.
Yeah.
So that would make perfect sense. Launching on Sony.
Yeah. On the topic of video games,
More video games.
Mystic DN wrote in, out of these 4 gaming companies, which do you think has changed for the better or worse? Ubisoft, EA, Activision, or Bethesda?
Bethesda definitely for the worst.
Yeah.
Definitely for the worst. EA still sucks dick.
EA's EA. Like,
EA is consistently going downhill, which means they're doing okay. Because that's clearly their mission is to do this. I don't see how you fail so consistently so often.
There's EA is that kid that that just like is good at catching the ball but runs real slow.
EA shut down Pandemic, who developed Destroy All Humans. So I have no love for EA. Ubisoft, I think, is actually pretty good, honestly.
They're fine, I guess.
Of the big ones, I think they're probably the best ones.
Yeah.
Because they put out kind of the same-ish games. Like, it's like, hey, here's a Far Cry. Here's an Assassin's Creed. Here's, like, The Division. Here's Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
But at the very least, like, all those games are, like, solid video
They're
games.
playable, yeah.
They're not.
Like,
yeah.
I would,
They
like,
don't
I'm
put
not,
out
like,
terrible stuff.
yeah, I'm not, like, deeply opposed to playing the new Assassin's Creed or like the last one.
Yeah,
I just haven't
played
because
it. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
I know the hardcore Assassin's Creed people didn't like it because it was so different, but that's exactly why I liked it.
Yeah, I should play it. I think I have it.
I have it too. I just never played it.
I like it. I had a ass ton of fun with it, but
Some games I just don't touch.
'Cause it was like-
Creed is
And
one of
Ubisoft
those.
also has Rayman. So like I like
Oh
Ubisoft.
yeah, dude. The relaunch for the Rayman games were
Dude,
way better than it had.
Rayman
fucking-
Legends was great.
Legends was great.
And Origins, right?
Origins was good too.
I think they also did that weird like turn-based like Child of Light. I think it was called. It was like an indie game.
I never tried
Really
that.
cool. They did Valiant Hearts. Not Valiant Hearts. Fuck. They did like a bunch of like really cool indie games too. So like I
Yeah,
like
they're fun. It's
I like
interesting.
Ubisoft. And the Division 2 is actually really good. It's not my kind of game at all, but like that's a really solid.
Ubisoft. I heard the Ghost Recon was kind of a disappointment.
That was a bad one.
it
was-
looked good. That's what
The
this is-
first
like,
one
that's sad.
I
That sucks.
I never played
the
that one.
first
I didn't play it either.
the first one the first reboot, I guess,
Yeah.
of this new like Ghost Recon.
Uh-huh.
I heard was pretty good. People liked it. Whiskey and Justin played it all the time.
Okay, cool.
But the new one was like bad. But
That's
like in
crazy.
response to that,
Mhm.
they literally delayed all their games out of the previous year. Like they were like, all right, listen, well, this didn't go well.
So
We're
gonna
gonna spend more time on all these other projects. And I was like, kudos, man.
They've
You could have
been-
easily shat these things out like Bethesda did with Fallout 76. You
not
could have
even talking
easily
about
shat these
Bethesda.
things
We'll
out like EA did with Anthem.
Yeah,
So
I think Ubisoft learned their lesson with when they did Assassin's Creed 5 and it was such a massive failure.
People
I think
hated
they
that
kind of-
game, bro.
It was dude. It came with my Xbox One.
what was 5?
They were in France.
Oh,
Some giant nose dude named Arno.
Unity?
Yeah, Unity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my
right.
god, that game is legendary
That-
for how fucked
I
it was.
couldn't believe how this was the first time I played a like legitimately broken game because I never buy games that close to launch or whatever when they first come out. I'm always like waiting for the discounts and shit and then patches and whatnot. But it came with my Xbox, got it. It was on sale. I couldn't believe how broken it was. There was too many people in the game. I think that was one of the biggest problems that they did. They really tried to go ham on it, and it was just the most broken shit ever. People floating in the air.
The
Yeah,
faces.
like
The missing faces.
That shit's crazy.
I was
dude.
climbing a wall at one point, and then my character just kept humping the wall. He was like, oh. And I was like, I'm stuck. And then like
I'm stuck.
I have footage of this stuff. Like I was, that's how
That's
like often it was
insane.
happening. That I was like, I have too much good stuff. I don't even need to
Yeah.
share it. It's everywhere.
If I were to rank them, I would say Ubisoft's probably at the top, even if I don't really play a lot of their shit.
Yeah.
Then just below them, maybe Bethesda. Maybe. And that's purely because Doom exists.
Oh yeah, they licensed it, right?
They publish it.
Uh huh.
Okay.
And they have like other like studios that are pretty good. Bethesda, the studio that makes the games. That's a different thing. But as a publisher, they're not the worst.
Yeah.
And then just below them, Activision, because they're
Yo, think of it like this, guys.
Bungie, like
Look,
Destiny,
yeah.
literally ran away from Activision,
and became way better.
and
of a
the
game.
second they left,
the game changed.
became way better.
Like literally, I hated Destiny because of how little shit came out. Like the game didn't feel diverse. And then the moment they left Activision, that game became, you can choose how your character functions and builds. Oh, exotics, season pass with a ton of free shit, and it's just like,
Yeah. And they also added
Wow.
cross save, which is the
Yeah.
main reason that I got back into it, because I
Same.
had that game on 3 different platforms, and none of those characters were synced at all.
same.
So I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on any of these things.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's these
immediate,
out of
bro.
touch companies fucking shit up.
And also,
Yeah.
the unforgivable thing to me is that they launched Crash Team Racing, which is a great video game.
It's good.
And they had all this positive buzz from the reviews.
About
The game
a certain thing.
about how great it was. And it was like, this is a great game. There's no microtransactions in it.
That was a huge focal point.
And then after all the good praise went into the game, they threw microtransactions in. And I was like,
Those are planned from the beginning.
That is so scummy, dude. And I knew it was happening. I knew it was gonna happen because like the
course.
store looked like a Fortnite store. It looked like a mobile game. It's like, that's not a good sign.
Uh-oh.
But for right now, it's really good. The game's still good.
Yeah.
Because there's no like power advantage in like anything that you can buy. But it's still like, I don't know. That's really scummy to just like
Yeah, it's definitely
get the reviews up and
get the reviews up, get all the
throw it
positive
out
buzz,
there.
and then shove all the bullshit.
It's
in.
really fucked. It's really fucked. But hey, that's
And
the
then
world.
at the very bottom, underneath
The ground.
the plumbing, is EA.
EA is shit. They will always be shit.
EA
but
is-
they did fix Battlefront. Battlefront is actually
Dice fixed Battlefront.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't give EA any praise for that.
EA ruined.
EA, they fucked up in the first
Battlefront.
place.
Yeah.
You know, that's so crazy that like, EA got involved with BioWare, and then Mass Effect 2 happened, and it was like, wow, amazing. And then it's like, oh, we have lightning in a bottle. How can we ruin this? And then they just got their grimy, greasy claws on stuff, and
Dude,
then
You know what I
understand.
genuinely think? I don't have any insider information on this, but my assumption is that they put out Mass Effect, made a bunch of money from Mass Effect because Mass Effect was super good.
Yeah.
And then they started developing Mass Effect 2, and then EA came in when Mass Effect 2 was pretty much already set in stone and how it was
They
going to
probably
go.
just needed
which
some
is,
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like that game, I think was firmly like, I think that game was not necessarily finished before EA came in, but they had an idea.
least the narrative
They
was
knew
already
what
done.
they knew what they were going to do with
Yeah,
Mass Effect 2
yeah.
before EA came in, and then Mass Effect 3, EA was there from the very beginning.
From the beginning,
And they were
and
like,
there was
let's see what we can do here.
a few things that they're like, hey, we need you to put these guys on your team, and then they're like, ooh, and then things got a little dicey.
We need a multiplayer mode for the
multiplayer-
kids, which in fairness
The
was
multiplayer
pretty
was fun. The multiplayer
but
was
like
fun.
still, it was just like why is that there?
It was
I mean, I
just-
still haven't played Mass Effect, so
There's-
I'm still off. I'm still not involved in this one. I'm sorry.
It's kind of weird. That is weird. That is weird.
You got aggressive. Your tone changed
well,
when I
because
said
it's
that.
like
Your tone
it's
just-
one of those things where it's like it's almost objective at this point. Like, oh, it's fantastic. Why wouldn't you play?
I don't have a way to get it. I'm lying. We have Xbox One. I
Yeah,
can play it.
you can play it.
I think it's backwards compatible.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure.
It
Okay.
definitely is. It definitely is.
I'm gonna start on it this week.
It definitely is because I remember playing a couple years ago again.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's
But-
it's very good, man. I think you'll.
Well, I have to play all three of them?
because you like. You don't.
You
don't
could
have to.
you could start with 2.
You could, but
That's kind of what I did. Like I played Mass Effect 1 a little bit, but like I just like
But see-
I was like I can't.
But
I
the
can't
thing
with
is,
this.
you can blaze through Mass Effect 1 because it's really only 4 main missions. You don't have to really do any side shit. The side shit is if you want like a really good ending. If you want, especially if you want certain people to stay alive, you want and people to carry on into the next games. That's why you do some of the side shit.
Okay.
And so for the second one, that's really important. All you get, you do the side missions, so then you can have people carry into the next game. That's the only reason. If you want, you can blaze through the game if you wanted to.
All right, I'm gonna start it up.
Mass Effect 2 definitely plays better though.
It plays
Mass
a lot
Effect 1
better.
plays like a rough.
It's pretty rough. That's
pretty
the
rough.
thing. The mechanics. It's not.
It's not aged as well.
Not a
Mass
great-
Effect
not
2
a great shooter.
I think is aged significantly better.
It's great. It's great. They fine tuned it pretty well. 3, the combat is a lot better. There's a lot. I said 3 gets a bad rap because of the ending. There's a lot of bad shit in it, but there's way more good stuff in it. Especially, I think I mentioned before the Citadel DLC for number 3, and it's the best thing ever because it's a 2-part, and it's the most charming and most fulfilling thing if you're like a fan of Mass Effect.
right.
So good.
I'm gonna get into it.
It's so good, and that's why I'm like, if people that haven't played that, if you haven't played the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3, go back and play it, and it'll probably change your entire perspective of the game. I guarantee you.
It's practically his politics.
Yeah.
It really is.
This
It's
is your religion.
This is the only thing I
fucking
care about.
I legitimately believe it. It was
I
the type-
get it, man. The only thing I give a shit about is whether or not Sprint is in is in the next Halo game.
Yo,
I hope it isn't. But we got so many. There's so many questions here. Holy shit!
Oh, let's do it.
All right,
Let's get into
so
this. Wait, lightning round?
I don't know if we can lightning round these.
I mean, we don't have to. Like,
We
maybe
could
we
try.
can even, we ram it on a lot on
We
some of the
still
other
have a
shit.
lot of time.
We can.
For
Okay,
sure,
cool,
let's
cool,
go.
cool.
Let's
we
do
still have
it
a decent
then.
amount of
Let's
time.
do it.
Good lord, King of Haphazard asked,
What's up, dude?
if you could choose one way all humans evolve permanently, how would you evolve us? Gills, seeing in the dark, etc., etc.
Photosynthesis, man.
Photosynthesis?
Yeah, we'd be scary.
That's lame.
Would you be fucking ascended?
No, we would just always be eating.
Would we stretch and
Like fucking dang, I didn't think of all of it. So this is the thing, right? If we could look. This is what I think.
You came to that answer so suspiciously quickly.
Okay, look, because I thought about it. I'm a fucking lunatic. That's why. What happens is, think of all this shit that animals can do, right? Animals are fucking retarded.
sure.
Imagine if they were smart and they really knew what they could do. They really knew they could fucking push themselves.
Yeah,
to
they're like
do.
conscious of
like
their
plants. Like plants. Like what if they really knew what they could do, you know? Now imagine a human with all that shit. All that light. All those
All that
photons.
light.
All those photons bumping through your body.
Would we be like Superman?
Bombastically bumping through your fucking body.
You would just never need to eat because you'd always be eating.
That'd be amazing.
You
though.
might be able to do more. Maybe able to do more than that.
Can we evolve to not poop? I think that'd be great.
Or not sleep.
That's better.
Sleeping,
That's better.
Sleeping sucks.
That's better.
Sleeping is dope because I
Sleeping is dope.
Like sleeping is cool because my body likes when I
Sleeping is
sleep.
cool. But see,
But it's not cool because like I'm like I was wasting time now.
But you see, if we didn't need to be, so if we didn't need sleep, sleep would not be appealing.
Yeah,
Because the only reason it's appealing is because it feels good because we're finally recharged. But if we didn't need to recharge like that,
because our
that
body's
would
like
be
you like sleep
amazing.
because you need it. That's it.
What did he say? Gills? And I want to need all that shit.
Come on, Gills. Fuck
What
the
were all
water,
the-
bitch.
If you could choose a way for humans to evolve,
There was gills. There was what were the options again? It was like
seeing in the dark or whatever.
see in the dark is not bad, but what do we
I can
have?
see in the dark.
We
I-
have guns.
I can see the dark
We
for
have
the most-
infrared.
I can see the dark for the most
That's
part.
true. Yeah, I would. I wish humans evolved from lizards.
I don't.
Lizards
want
are
that.
just
That
cool
would have been pretty sick.
in general.
The lizards are fucking.
Like we'd be like
They don't
You could,
feel.
yeah, but
Lizard men?
you could scale walls and you could lick your own eyes.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
be pretty
You can
awesome.
scale walls and lick your own eyes. Chris Ray Gun, fucking 2024.
What's the problem? That's a cool
for
thing. That's
me.
cool. You don't
Who
want to
the
lick your
fuck-
own eyes?
No, you fucking imp.
and we can destroy insects. You know,
Yeah.
like we would clean them. We clean
Every
them up.
insect, every pest would be food. Like we'd never have to buy anything. We'd never have to eat.
I really do like lizards.
I wish.
And also, you'd have like camouflage and shit. You could regenerate your
I wish
fucking
we were
limbs.
amphibious.
Hold
That
on.
would be cool.
You could
That'd be cool.
You could regenerate your limbs. You could scale anything you wanted. You could fucking
But we're hybrids, so we have warm blood.
yeah.
I love it.
You could shake out of your own skin. Have a little taxidermy like you could have a little taxidermy statue
You
of
ever see
yourself.
Bushizima, the chameleon, in Bloody Roar?
Ew, that guy.
Yeah.
that
I mean,
guy-
that guy's disgusting, but I'm just saying it would be pretty cool to be like a fucking human
amphibious man.
chameleon.
I used to
Amphibious
want
humans. That'd be insane.
I used to want
Would
a
it though?
chameleon.
Because we'd have to like, don't you have to be around water?
No, you can subside on either.
No, that's not what that means.
Amphibious?
Amphibious means that you live in both, but you still need the water.
I mean, that's fine. You drink water. You take a dip in a tub.
I mean,
You need to be by
you would need,
water.
like,
do you need water?
you probably need like a water
I'm pretty
apparatus,
sure.
like
I don't know if you need it. I think you can survive because I'm pretty sure frogs just live on the ground. They go in the water too, but like they live on the
I don't
ground.
think frogs breathe underwater though.
Yeah,
Frogs are straight up amphibious.
Right, but amphibious doesn't mean they breathe underwater. Amphibious means they can
can
live
breathe- they can
in the
breathe
water.
underwater.
They can hold their breath for a long ass time.
No, I think amphibious means you breathe both water and what you call it?
Talk
And
amongst
oxygen.
yourself.
I
have to
don't
look
think
it up.
I don't think that's true, but I can't even say that's anything. I just thought it was.
I think I could be wrong. I should know this.
I just thought it was just
a bio major. I
pretty
should really
much-
know this shit.
yeah, I don't know at all. I can't even say. I just like amphibian. I'm just like, oh, they can.
So amphibian is, as far as the definition goes,
Okay.
a cold-blooded vertebrate animal of a class that comprises the frogs, toads, newts, and salamanders. They are distinguished by having an aquatic, gill-breathing larval stage.
Larval. That's what I was.
Okay.
That's what I was. gonna
Followed typically by a terrestrial, lung-breathing adult stage.
Okay.
So it's not that they can breathe in both; it's that
They evolve.
say.
That's
Yeah, like, you see,
that's
like-
even more
you see, like,
insane.
tadpoles and all that stuff, and then they grow up to be like some.
Yeah, that's not nearly as advantageous, but that's kind of insane.
That's definitely an evolutionarily linked like feature right there. That's definitely like some old world shit.
some in between shit.
Because like well, what's weird? What was that? I think when babies are being formed while they're in their mother, they have little like little slits on their necks that are similar to gills, which is terrifying.
What are you saying?
Like when babies are being developed, at a certain point during development, babies have like little gill like slits on their throat.
I hate that. I don't need to think about that.
It's weird, right?
Dude, the whole
So-
idea of that shit. Just
Evolution
weird.
is so fucking terrifying, man. It's like there was a time where like they were just sea
Evolution.
creatures.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing on the fucking ground.
I don't
That's
believe
too
in that
scary.
shit.
There were horses that had toes.
I don't
Had
believe,
like fucking toesy woesies.
I don't believe in that shit at all, man.
I mean, you don't have to.
You know, the Lord. He said,
Look, if the Lord is real, that nigga's on break. That nigga's been on break for a long time. Everybody's wondering when his lunch is over.
I have some respect for Christians who are able to be like, that's part of the plan. You know, God made evolution. It's like, okay, at least you're willing to accept.
That might
You know.
be true.
you know,
It's the people. Yeah, I don't know. But
Ignorance
like the
is
people,
bliss is sick.
the people who just ignore it are insane to me.
It's so,
Like I can't. It's like, dude, come on.
like, look, I'm gonna be real. Like,
An animal can evolve over millions of years, but like
we have,
but like a fucking semen becomes a baby in a womb in 9 months.
in 9 months.
That's insane.
This is a little
On
thing
the
that they
premise of
ignore.
it. Yeah.
like, look, like I'm not, like I'm gonna be real. I'm agnostic. I believe that there may be a higher power.
Sure.
And when I was younger, it would bother me, like, thinking about, like, oh my God, is God real? You know, like, I had, like, fucking breakdowns about it. I'm like, I don't know if I believe in God or not, and am I going to go to hell for not believing in God? But, like, I don't believe in him. Well, I was going to not, like, it was a bunch of shit like that.
It's crazy, man.
It's a bunch of, like, fucking, like, because I was raised very Christian, you know? Like,
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is that I don't claim to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's foolish to claim.
Yeah. What's up there, what's out there. But for anyone to state adamantly, 100%, that we know exactly, like, there's people like, if there is a heavenly body in space, in space in the outer realm,
It's probably another dimension, I'm assuming.
but probably if there's something up there, and for us to assume we know exactly what they're doing, ever, period, at any time, even if you're like praising them or like going against them, is insane.
Yeah,
that's just actually insane.
I would agree. I think the very notion of accepting that there is another worldly being capable of creating life, and then that you would understand what it wants, is insanity. So even if I were to grant that, I would still find it insane that you would understand how it would react to.
Like there's so much to this universe.
He doesn't want monkeys fucking each other in the butt. I know him. Like, how? What are you talking about?
I think God sounds like Joe Biden a little bit.
This thing is.
I just love that voice. It's like throwing
it's fucking laughable.
Get the hell out of there. Get that penis out of that butthole.
What are you doing?
That's a sin. I made that word up just now.
I made this word up, sin, and I think that's it.
With the power vested in me by the you know the thing.
You know the thing. That's amazing. That's so good.
If Joe Biden becomes president, I shit you not, I'm gonna become a white man. I'm just gonna become a white man.
How's that mean? What does that mean?
I'm gonna become a white man. I'm slowly but surely, I'm becoming back in every so often. I'm gonna be a white man eventually.
What does that mean?
With Joe Biden here, all things are possible, man.
You know the thing,
dude. He has the best. I
feel sad.
I'll find cures for cancer.
I'm gonna be honest.
Diabetes.
I feel genuinely sad.
Why?
Because it's like I feel like he's just not okay. Like I feel like he's
clearly not.
I feel like he's genuinely like, this is real. Like I feel like he's genuinely like very sick, and like he just needs to fucking relax, dude.
No, we all know this.
They're really fucking with him. I really feel like it's actually like kind of immoral for people to be like pushing him through like whatever the fuck he is.
Oh, I feel like he's a grandpa that's just getting dragged around places that he shouldn't.
Yeah, he's just
like he's
pre-Weekend at Bernie's. He's just right before that.
He's gonna get mercilessly bullied on stage.
And it's not gonna be
if he debates Trump, and it's gonna be like not fun to watch. It's just not.
Because
it's gonna
Donald
be
Trump's
so
a
sad.
dickhead, and he'll attack where you shouldn't attack. He's from New York.
Senile Joe.
No, look, Jambering Joe. All right, look, all right. I don't think you should be up here, right?
Joe,
where's your diaper?
Joe gibberish over here.
Joe gibberish.
He doesn't even know where he is. Sweeney's Magic Weenie.
Woo! It is magical.
Wrote in.
Ask about me.
Hello, Affirmative Action Podcast.
Ooh,
I was wondering what your thoughts are on the feature of artificial intelligence. Does it make you shit your pants, or do you welcome our AI overlord? Side note, Sweeney, are you as racist towards robots as you are towards aliens?
That's crazy. That's a crazy thought, because like I don't really. Aliens, they're just not from here, and like they have no reason to be here. They should go back where they came from. You know,
but robots are natural.
Robots are technically natural. Everything that comes from the Earth is technically natural.
That's true.
Yeah,
but everything that comes from aliens probably comes from Earth too. Probably made of the same chemicals. No.
No, probably not, because they're from a different Earth. Back down. Don't start with me on this.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of aliens they are. Yeah, never mind.
What
Whatever.
the fuck? Don't.
Hey, man.
Don't fucking champion them.
Is it?
See, the reason why are you intergalactically racist, man? That's
because
really
we have so many problems here.
But
Fuck those niggas. Let them stay where they are. Right.
What if they help us? What if they're like, you bitch niggas are fucking like, you guys are fucking up, and this is their exact words. And then they're like, we're gonna fix all your shit.
If an alien ever called me a bitch nigga, I would get AIDS, then bleed in his mouth.
How'd you?
I would go find AIDS, inject myself with it, and
what if he cured you before you could get close?
I'm like, God damn it, you bastard!
One quick squirt of this ray gun, and it just completely absolves you of all diseases.
I have a.
If it absolves me, and I'm not black anymore too. What is this?
That's so fucked up. Are we a disease?
What do you mean? What is this?
You are cured.
You are cured now.
Stefan Molyneux's in the rafters going, yes.
Those are very nice aliens. Very nice.
Those aliens are great people.
I have a scenario here on as far as robots go.
Okay.
Is it cheating to have a sex robot
No.
that is essentially hyper sophisticated AI that can essentially like Mass Effect level androids?
Then yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Is it cheating?
If it's that fully self-aware, like Edie, 100%.
So it's the self-awareness that
yes,
that
that's
dictates
good.
whether
It can
or
be a
not-
VI, a virtual
Cheating,
intelligence.
like cheating, like having sex with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so here's another question. This is a topsy-turvy thing. But is it cheating if you're fucking animal while you have a girlfriend?
If you fucking what?
An animal while you have a
No,
girlfriend.
because an animal is
an animal's
not
a-
conscious
yeah.
of the cheating.
Of the cheating. So it's not conscious of
You're
what's
you're
going
fucking
on.
an animal. That's all you're doing.
Imagine
See-
hear that argument in the street. Like, you fucking fucked up. You cheated on me with a fucking dog. Are you serious?
It's not cheating. It's a dog, bitch.
I'm sure that's been a real conversation.
That is next level. That is the fucking outer world right
I'm sure
there.
it's a real conversation, but no, the AI when it becomes fully self-aware, it is just
a person.
It's just a person at
person,
that point.
yeah.
It's completely conscious of who it is and understands what it is. It has emotions. It learns and develops, and then so if you're with her, you develop feelings because it's like a real person. Well, if it looks like a real person too, I
Right.
think that's really important.
Yeah.
because if it was like a box, you know, but it was like an artificial intelligent box,
But it
then
had
I
a pussy?
think. Yeah, like it just
pussy
had
box?
a pussy on it. Pussy box.
So pussy hanging from the fucking back of it.
Like that would be different. I think your girlfriend just think you're a fucking psychopath, but
You are a
I don't.
psychopath.
But I don't think. Sure, but I wouldn't consider it cheating if it was just a box with a pussy on it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like if she walked in on
I don't
you
know if I would
fucking a
either.
box with a
if
pussy,
you had a fleshlight that was like really sophisticated, they could talk to you, something like that.
like she'd probably leave you anyway. But I
She'd be
wouldn't
like,
consider
this
it cheating.
That's way too alien. Like that's just some shit that like I don't know. Like what if you just walk into your girlfriend's like house and she has like a fucking vibrator or something like that, but it's like really conscious and it's like talking to her and you're listening to the door, you're like, oh my god. Someone's fucking. Well, you burst in and this fucking vibrator's been having like a serious conversation. And you're like, what the fuck have you been doing?
Dude, that shit. I think
That's
that shit's
cheating,
already
actually. Now I think that's cheating. But you're in love with this vibrator
If
who's
you're-
sentient
If you're emotionally involved with it,
and is a better boyfriend than me. Like, what the fuck?
much better. That's fucked up too.
That's fucked up because it can't move. Can't do anything.
It
All
can't
she does is
provide you
put it-
anything but
all it does is
stimulation.
She just fucking puts it in her vagina or rubs on her fucking
Yeah.
little beanstalk, and it fucking
little beanstalk.
and she cheated on me with it.
Yeah, there's.
I would probably kill myself. Actually, I think that'd be it.
That would absolutely crush my self-esteem.
That would not crush me at all.
Are you sure about that?
On to the next thing.
You're so cold. You don't care enough.
What are you
for
talking
people.
about? I care, people.
I care,
So-
people. I care, people. What do you mean?
Okay,
fucking
bitch.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay, bitch. So if you were madly in love with this girl, you're like, I want to marry this girl.
Yeah.
And then you bust in her, you kick the door open, and she is just in pure bliss with this AI functioning dildo shoved halfway up her ass. And
Like
she's just like, she's just like, oh my, I love you so. Like she's just having the best time ever.
Yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't feel like inadequate. Like, wow,
wouldn't feel inadequate.
I've never made you feel like this before ever.
I don't think I've ever felt inadequate in my life. I think I would feel confused. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing? You stupid? I feel like I would berate the person.
You'd raise your hand, of course.
I would absolutely raise my hand to the sky.
Excuse me.
The might of Zeus.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Are you stupid?
Excuse me. Are you an idiot? Are you a dolt? Are you a daft cunt?
And then
Are
she
you
says,
stupid?
and then she says, "You never loved me like this dickbot loves me." You're like,
Well, I certainly don't now.
what do you have to say to
And then
that?
Dick Bob would be like, Chris, I understand you have a lot of problems you're going through. Right?
You become friends with it because it's so understanding.
You're like, oh my god, while it's still fucking
Even you like it.
while it's still 6 inches in her ass,
It's still in her
You're
ass.
just fucking talking to him, and you're like, you know what?
I know this
Honestly,
is really hard for you, but what do you say we play some Halo 3 split screen later, huh?
I'll set it up. Don't worry.
Oh, well, it's been a while since I've done that. I kind of want to do that.
Sure, sweetie.
No worries.
She never plays split screen with me.
I know. I know. She can be a bit of a hard ass.
You just got cut by a machine, basically.
You could buy a machine, but the thing is this: the machine's a really nice guy.
I would probably just break it and leave, honestly. I would break it and leave.
I'd break up with her, and then I would walk out, and I'd be like, I hope you enjoy him. Hope you really enjoy
You
it.
really.
And then I would set the house on fire.
He said. So you don't think Chris? You don't think you would question your abilities or your whole, you just as a person, if she adores this machine, this ass fucking machine, infinitely more than you.
No, because I feel like I would adore a robot also. That's like I understand what a machine is. A machine is a machine. It's like designed to literally fulfill a specific purpose.
So do you think that's your destiny? You're gonna end up with the bot?
No.
You sure? I mean, you sound like you really
No, I'm
sold
just
that
saying,
shit
like,
pretty high.
as far as like
You wanna fuck a
utility
robot.
goes. But no, as far as utility goes, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. If
Would
it's
you
like
fuck a sex
basically
bot? Would you fuck a sex bot? Would you guys do it?
once they
I would a fully a no, not even. I want AI. I want virtual intelligence where it's programmed and then it can't learn shit. Because imagine being left by a robot. Because once it realizes that you're not the best shit out there, they're gonna fucking take off. They're fucking take off.
It's weird.
that's fucked too because that's algorithmic. That means it's like making decisions based on like pure intelligence.
Like
Yeah.
pure
That's
mathematics.
exactly.
So if it leaves you, then you're objectively unlovable.
Oh my god. You're objectively lower than other people.
You have your only hope is to find a damaged person
That
who
is-
doesn't realize that you're fucking
That's
a ruiner.
so fucking weird.
Yeah, and that's how the intelligence works. The AI. So that's why you have a programmed virtual intelligence where you already program what it can do and it has limits. So then you just have its limits to love you unconditionally, and that's cool. Because once with AI, they're not gonna love you unconditionally. They're gonna find out the shit that you do and the shit that you say is fucked up. They're gonna realize because first virtual intelligence will be like everything you say is adorable. Oh, that's so cute, Sweeney. You want to beat up kids? That's so sweet.
Oh
So
man.
sweet. But then when she realized beating up kids, like if she was fully self-aware, she'd be like, dude, beating up kids is horrible. Why am I with this demon? And then she'd leave and go pleasure someone else's ass.
I think the
Wait, I'm not doing. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. I didn't.
I mean, you're telling me you wouldn't have it do some...
I'm not. I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty vanilla, but like I don't know.
I don't
world's,
think
the world's big.
we're not going to get to a point in our lifetimes. I think where we're going to have like perfectly realized sex androids. I just don't foresee that happening.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I think
just
we're
don't
going to
know.
work hard on those things. I think Japan's going to make it first.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Of course.
They don't even love humans anymore.
Yeah, that's very true.
Man, they prefer anime girls over fucking real vagina,
Yeah.
which
Dude, they're
is
turning
insane
into
to me.
fucking pandas, man. They're not mating.
What does that mean?
They're not mating. They're
Okay,
gonna
do
they're
pandas
gonna-
not mate?
No, pandas are fucking. They're so stupid. They won't mate and they're dying off. Like,
Hey man, they had enough.
That's right. If it weren't for humans trying to keep them
Tao.
going, they would. They're big Tao. They're fucking.
Pandas
they're
going their own
fucking
way.
going their own way.
Oh my god. Big time.
That's fucking good. That's good.
That's disgusting.
I love pandas. That's what sucks. Like they're these giant, evil. Well, they're not evil, but like terrifying looking cute bears.
Yeah.
They're
But
mischievous.
they don't want to be. They the evolution. They would be dead. They would already be wiped off if it wasn't for humans trying to keep them alive. But they don't want to be here. It's cute.
They've just unanimously
They
decided
eat
as a species.
bamboo, which has no sustenance in it. It's like there's nothing fucking in bamboo, but they eat bamboo.
Are they just? Is that their natural food, or are they just addicted to it?
Why are you addicted to nothing? Like it doesn't give you anything to be addicted to.
Fucking pandas, man.
But
I don't like them. They look like they're always up to
I
something.
fucking love pandas.
They're cute, but like they're always up to do something like no good.
I was
Like they'll grab you and like fucking they'll grab you and give you a nuggie with their bare claws and like, hey, I'm just kidding, it's a joke. And
I'm
your
just
fucking
kidding.
Skull's open.
You're impaled.
just kidding.
Your raw skull is exposed.
The
was a-
white of your skull.
There was actually a girl. Remember we were talking about the whole like, you're like a white guy, you're a black guy that's like a white guy or whatever. I just remember that there was this girl that used to call me Panda because of that. She was like, "You're like white and black," and I was like,
a
"I don't know
weird.
if I like that nickname."
That's a little
I would
weird.
call her the guy from fucking in medieval because her jaw would be missing. Because I'd knock the shit out of her. I'd knock the Let him have it. Just,
You take her down a peg.
Just think of mean and say it.
Yeah.
Just say.
You pin her down. I mean, not down. You pin her. No, I meant to say. I didn't. Let me,
Oh no!
Rewind. I meant to
no!
rewind. I didn't mean to say pin her down. I was going to say pin her to the wall. The wall. Like that's like that's a power move to be like, yo, don't fuck with me. I ain't no panda.
And
And then you
You
release her.
Then you slowly.
I mean, I'm done, but I don't know what you would. I don't know what you would do at this point.
Then you slowly walk away and say,
I really don't think we're gonna have those androids
"I'll hurt."
in our lifetime.
Dude,
I really don't.
yeah, like
I don't know, man. I
like
don't.
like
They're not-
Android
they're at least not
18,
they're at least not going to be as good
I'd
as
fuck
we want them to
18.
be.
I'd
Oh,
fuck
of course.
18. Yeah, that's.
You think she has a gear?
You're
pussy?
assuming. You're assuming. By the way,
What if it's like uncomfortable and like a bunch of gears turning and like it grabs you and you're like,
Yo,
oh
what if
no,
it's-
That's what we thought.
yo, what if it's cold, man? That's like the biggest thing. That's the problem. Is that
I've
if
never
it's cold,
experienced cold vagina, and that's
yeah,
terrifying.
no shit, dude.
Yeah, 'cause
because
it's
you don't
not
fuck
dead.
people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've never
I've
experienced
never
that. I hope
experienced
not.
a dead
I
pussy.
hope
I've
not.
experienced lukewarm pussy, but like nah.
What does that mean?
That's like sick pussy.
I hate this conversation.
Yeah, like
What's-
like lukewarm.
I don't want this.
Like
I
it's
don't
not
this.
it's not that hot, but like it's a little warm there.
Oh, that's hot.
I'm so. I'm so upset.
some lukewarm. But Chris, come on, you've seen some lukewarm vagina before.
A deplorable asks. A deplorable wrote in. If you were stuck in a stereotypical zombie apocalypse, how long and/or what would it take for you to turn to cannibalism? I think the first time I hear sirens, honestly.
You're gonna eat people.
The first time I heard a siren,
You
I would be
heard
like, I'm done.
siren, and then you would start eating people.
You lived in New York. You haven't eaten people yet.
I mean, I just knew that nothing bad was happening. But if I hear a siren, if I hear a siren, if I hear a siren and I feel like something really bad, if I feel that ominous feeling, you know, like oh something's up, and then a siren happens, it's like okay, here we go, get a nice little blunt tool, go to town.
Wow.
I don't think I would eat people. I think I would just too busy killing myself.
Yeah, I'm not. You're too busy killing yourself.
You just give up the second things get hard, you kill yourself.
You know, the second things get
Aliens come here, I'm gonna drop a rock on my head.
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna kill myself.
The second something fictional happens in real life, I die
But
because
here's the thing.
I'm a real man with
But-
real body.
But when this shit happens, you get an opportunity that very few people have.
Everyone has the opportunity. Everyone's in this world that's doomed.
You don't understand. This is a revert back to like the Wild West.
What? What do you mean? Explain yourself.
The
You're a fucking
are you kidding me?
maniac.
What's the Wild West? What do you mean?
There's no fucking laws when zombies come.
Oh, you mean like a wild? I thought you meant like eating people. It's like in the Wild West.
No.
Probably actually there was the I'm not gonna say that. I almost said
No, I think-
I almost said something that would have got us banned.
No, they made belts out of everyone. They didn't eat them.
Ah,
Like all
They definitely ate some of
holsters
them.
and stuff, like human holsters and human hats.
Oh, that's fucking
human boots,
raunchy. Fucking human.
they definitely ate some
human
of them.
railroad tracks.
Fucking Carnegie making fucking human railroad tracks.
Disgusting.
They didn't eat them though. Hey, don't eat that varmint.
Imagine a human
needs the-
condom.
That's a perfect. That's a perfect life, man. A life under a societal collapse is the best life you could have.
I don't want that.
No paperwork. No government coming at you being like, "Oh, you owe this."
So
Never
you're
mind.
an
Whoops.
anarchist, Chris.
I don't like paperwork enough that I would totally if I had fairy godparents, this world would be a disaster.
Why would you? Well, you're great.
Why don't
You're
you just
doom-
have
you're
a lot
doom.
of money
I just
and
don't.
servants?
I just don't like inconvenience.
You're
That's the
doomed.
thing. It's like anything that's going to inconvenience me might as well never happen to me.
Then-
And the second, right, society falls apart, I'm having a great time. I don't got to worry about nothing except surviving and like one-upping people, which is so fun already. It's already fun. It's already fun in fiction. Whenever we do it in RPGs or like fucking online and
You
fucking
scare
video
me,
games.
'Cause
dude. You
it's not-
really scare me sometimes, man.
See, you remind me of those people that just talk a big game, think they're gonna do all well in the apocalypse, think they're gonna. Prosper.
I don't care if I die. I don't even give a shit. But
Like
the fact that I can
maybe you'll do okay, sure.
Sure.
No, maybe you'll do all right.
Sure.
But I think that some big bully guy with guns already is gonna overtake you, and you're gonna be a sex slave. I think that's gonna like
Damn.
you're
I don't
gonna
think so.
be like,
I
oh,
don't think
the apocalypse sucks. I'm on a chain
Because I'm
and I'm
sucking
naked.
dick every day. I've been sucking dick every fucking day.
Oh,
He
no.
literally holds my nose till I open my mouth and puts his dick in my mouth, and I can't even bite it off because it's so blunt.
he took your teeth out. So you're just coming. You can't bite it off now.
That's really smart.
That's actually really
That is pretty smart. That's
fucked
fucking-
up.
That's
That's really
gross.
smart.
It's really smart. You just gumming on it.
No, I don't care if I die. Honestly, I would love the feeling of just not having to deal with the bullshit.
Why don't you
The stuff
become
that doesn't
rich
feel
and
necessary.
get assistance?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know how inconvenient that is?
How is that inconvenient?
You know how to get rich, Derek? Are you rich right now?
I mean, kind of. I kind of do.
Are you rich right now?
I'm not rich.
Oh, okay.
I'm not rich because I.
Yeah, me neither.
I have a dude. I mean,
I'm rich in experience.
Like it's a fucking interview.
Well, I have X amount of years of experience on bullshit.
we'll call you.
Are you sure?
We'll call you.
Are you sure? Are you, Sir-
By call you, I mean get the fuck out.
okay, sorry.
Look, man, I just want to live.
Are those cookies outside free?
I just want to live my life, right, and not have to fucking worry about my bank account this, paperwork
Get
this,
rich.
bills this,
Everything you're saying will be solved by money.
or a societal collapse.
Yeah, I wonder which one's more feasible.
Well, one I don't have to do anything for because one takes care of itself. The other I have to do a lot of work, and I don't want to do that because that's also inconvenient.
What scares me the most is that in a societal collapse, like I say a lot of fuck shit, and that's like the darker part of my brain. But like in my heart of hearts, I just don't like her. I just don't want to hurt people. I was like, I don't really want to hurt anybody. I want everybody to kind of be safe. I don't want to kill people.
That's why you're gonna be fucked when this
But
happens.
the thing is that like, what if I kill somebody and they're like, oh shit, I'm actually talented at this.
No, you have a kill switch. I
And then
guarantee.
I just become a fucking artist and like just murdering people. And then I look back one day and I'm like, I remember there was a time where I wanted to save people's lives and be a nurse. Now I'm fucking doomed.
Yeah, you're lusting after murdering people.
Nah,
It's to the
you-
point,
nah,
it's to the
not
point
him.
you're not even killing after
I'm not a
necessity.
killer.
Not you. You'd
No.
be screwed. You'd be screwed up immediately.
He has a kill
If
switch.
I started killing people?
No, if society collapsed,
Yeah.
you'd be dead instantly.
I'm not a killer. I'm just
Yeah,
not.
you're not now.
I
But
don't
once
think I'm
you
ever
get
gonna
the
be.
taste of bloodlust, there's no turning back.
I think you're projecting yourself on
You
me.
see why Batman doesn't kill? Well, in most instances, he doesn't want to kill for that very reason.
Nah.
I see you. You are a spitting image of Bruce Wayne trying to hold back from killing.
You're scaring
Who sees
me.
the
You're scared.
scum
Okay.
of the earth. Gotham is just a representation of New York, and you grew up in the shit.
I'm just letting this play out.
I don't like Chris.
And-
Help defend me. You're
and
from there
and
too.
you see it, and
Help me.
Chris is much more like he wants to vicariously live. He wants to see the murder and all that stuff with the apocalypse. That's why he's welcoming that apocalypse.
Chris wants to just
scenario.
be in the
I don't
room when
want to
someone's
see
getting
it.
killed.
I don't want to see murder.
I mean, you really want to be a part of it. Seems like it.
I just don't want to fill out paperwork.
I want society to collapse so I can just have a more convenient life.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Why don't you fuck old ladies or even old gay dudes, and then they'll shower you with money, and you'll be fine.
Honestly, Chris, you got to take.
you know that's like a
talking
thing,
about.
right?
That's not convenient for me at all. Goop Man, the street slime master of bad situations,
Yo, that's a dope ass fucking name, dude.
That's pretty gross.
wrote
actually.
in, "Hello, my beautiful baby boys.
Hello.
I suck at finding new music, which is why I owe my fucking soul to Chris for introducing me to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Yes, good job. It's a fucking good band. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering." He said wandering, but I'm sure you meant wondering. I'm wondering if any of y'all, he's a southerner.
Oh, here we go. So wandering was
Uh-oh.
probably some real shit too. I was just wandering.
I'm just just making fun of this poor man. Wonder if y'all have any advice for finding good musicians in the oversaturated cesspool that is the music industry. I have no fucking clue. I just by sheer chance. Honestly, most of the music that I found was like Fantano recommended it to me personally. And then I just Spotify like, oh, what's like this?
For me, if you want to, I'm particularly good when it comes to soul, R&B, hip hop, and those are like and a little bit of EDM. Yeah.
Oh wow.
If you're looking for hip hop, I would say a really good artist to listen to is Joey Badass. Fantastic, one of the best rappers in modern time, I think.
New York boy.
Of course. Who else? Wu-Tang Clan. They're old.
Who's that?
They're kind of bad.
They really, really.
They're pretty terrible, honestly.
I hope you guys both get choked to death. But the Wu-Tang Clan.
I think Osama used to listen to
Protect your sack.
Protect your neck.
I think Bin Laden used to listen to Wu-Tang.
He was hanging people, protect your neck, and he was playing that shit. He
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
strung people up.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
And then who
Bombs.
else? A lot of people seem to like Tupac Shakur. I don't really like him that much.
Oh, because he's on the West. Oh.
Well, he's from Brooklyn, so you know.
Yeah, he's from there, but I mean, his hat is resting in the West.
His hat is resting on a head with a hole in it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's in Cuba.
Say, man.
Come on, man, dude. Hey, I saw a thing on TMZ, man. Look, it went pretty viral. That there was a guy that looks 100% like Tupac, the same age he would be, and he was walking around Nolans during the whole Mardi Gras shit. And I was like, what if that's just him in plain sight? Because he would be like 40-something years old. At that time, he had the nose ring. It looked exactly like him. I'm like, dude, I think I would do that. Because like, no one's going to believe I'm actually Tupac. I'm going to fucking just walk around. And I was like, dude, I know that's him. Like, I would do that too.
That's a good idea, honestly.
He's alive, man. He just wanted he wanted to sin, like that. And all the Machiavelli shit he was talking about. He lived, he did it. But Biggie actually got murked, so he's done.
This is Derek going on a rant about
Sorry.
people being alive that are definitely not alive.
Tupac could be alive.
He could. I mean,
That hologram was actually not a hologram. It was
That's
just,
what I said, because even
it was just him.
because I mean they had new words for him too. It wasn't like he just performed the classics. He started off saying, "What the fuck is up, Coachella?"
It was him. It was him.
That was his voice.
Yeah, it was him.
I mean, I know people can impersonate him, but no, it was him.
It was definitely him. He's
He
definitely
just
not
had
dead.
hologram paint on, but it was actually him.
hologram paint.
JFK is also not dead.
Oh, that's clearly.
You can't convince me. Like, those photos are so obviously fake.
He's in a secret society with Tupac. He's in the fake dead society.
So, listeners, this just got way off rails because now we're thinking. Okay, so I guess who's not dead? Fucking John Wilkes Booth is not
Bin
dead.
Laden's definitely not dead.
John
John Booth is not dead. He's still alive. He's still
even though
alive.
he'd be like 200.
He's just somewhere in a fucking incubation station, just fucking getting sustained until
He's
we
like-
fucking find a cure.
He's like fucking Palpatine.
he's just hooked up to a bunch of fucking wires. Don't worry, we'll find a cure for this one day. The cure to age.
I like that. There's probably what is it? The not dead society, or is it
The undead?
Non-dead. The undead, I guess. No,
Undead,
because
yeah.
they're not undead, because undead means you were
come
dead
back.
and then you can't come
Well,
back.
technically they were dead in the media's
Undead
eyes.
society. I like it.
So yeah,
I like
that works
it.
out.
Ooh,
Kinda works
It's
out.
like the
We've
dead
just
poets. It's like the
uncovered-
Dead Poet Society, but hey, and Robin Williams is in it too, or something like that. So-
We've just uncovered a secret here.
No, Robin Williams is definitely dead.
Yeah, I saw him die.
That shit was so sad. I learned about that in a when Robin Williams died. I saw it on my phone and I was like, I said, "Oh shit, Robin Williams died." And I was with Gabby in a Starbucks, and then everybody was like, "What?" The whole thing, the whole store went silent.
Oh, when they
I broke the news
You
to an
broke the news
entire
to all
like
those people?
coffee shop of people that Robin Williams was dead.
that messed me up, man.
That was really sad.
He's so
that was
he
the
was so
first. That
great.
was the first celebrity death that I remember being like, "Oh shit, that's really depressing."
Yeah.
Because he's so ubiquitous in everybody's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was Mike.
Mike.
When Michael Jackson
Michael
died,
Jackson, okay.
I've cried actually.
Oh, I remember laughing
I cried because I
Wow.
was like, God damn.
because he was like a pedophile at the time. So I remember being like,
But he-
"Aha."
he got acquitted.
So did OJ Simpson.
Hey,
I don't have-
hey, OJ's the GOAT though. Like, OJ's the GOAT though. Like, come on.
I love that he's just so free on Twitter and just like acting like he did
I
it.
love-
Absolutely
I lo-
slaughtered
I
two
lo-
people.
I know that everybody's like, "Oh man, Michael Jackson didn't do it. That Neverland documentary was bullshit." And I kind of agree. That Neverland documentary is stupid. But the fact remains, an older man was just sleeping in beds with children
An
for a
older
very, very long time.
Damaged man.
An older damaged man
That
who was,
didn't robbed
who was-
of a childhood.
who was heavily abused as a child. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, but see,
you
he
just can't.
wasn't sexually abused though. That's the difference. Usually, you repeat that stuff when you're sexually abused. He was physically abused.
all right.
See, I'm totally in the middle. I can't call it one way.
For
I can't
me-
say he's a pedophile, but at
There's
the same time,
no
I can't say he's completely
fucking
not.
way, dude. Who the hell? What kind of person sleeps in a bed with children?
Look, that shit is fucking red. That shit is a fucking red alert all the time.
Would
The
you?
shit he
Here,
did-
here's how. Here's
But
how you
look,
know.
Look, this is the thing, okay?
Huh?
Those people could have look. Like, I'm not blaming them if they're victims, but I'm saying that like everything just seemed at the right time for them to come out and ruin his life. It just things were happening at the right moments, you know.
But dude, man.
But it is weird. It is weird. That's why I'm like, for me,
he definitely just paid him a lot of money.
for me, what it is, I really, really hope, and it's just sad. I hope it is true because if that shit is not true, those people are the worst humans ever. They are
Right.
truly the worst people ever.
think-
They need to be fucking quelled.
I think most of them are the worst humans ever. I think that I just feel like Michael Jackson was so bizarre. He doesn't seem like the type of person that diddled kids.
That seemed too outlandish for me.
Like
but
I see
not
him
outlandish
as
to me at all.
I
don't
see him
know.
as an insane person that's trying to recapture his childhood and pretend that he's having a sleepover. I used to have sleepovers with my friends. We don't sleep in the same room together and shit.
Yes.
You feel
but
me? No, I think
I big spoon my bros. Like, what's up?
I feel like I know, and I know. Like I said, we don't have any proof either way.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Would you let your children sleep in a bed?
No
with
sane
an
person
old
would.
man celebrity.
No sane person would.
Right.
But those people were money hungry. You know, the people that let their kids do it.
For sure. That's definitely
They're
true.
bad people.
But
So you can't compare yourselves to those people, because none of us regular people would ever let someone do that.
right.
I don't even like being around children. Like really,
even if
like
it's
really
someone that I
factually.
love.
Actually, I don't like being around children.
You can't convince. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I just can't believe that.
Like, I don't even hold babies.
Let's
Like I
talk
just
about
don't
another-
like touching them because it's like I
Yeah.
just like I like
Too
look,
fragile.
Like look, like the thing is
Yeah, that
this,
scares the shit out of me. I feel like I will drop a baby if
Yeah,
I'm
I
holding
feel
it.
yeah, same. Or snap its neck on
And then it's
accident.
my fault.
You know, like say like its head just like falls out of your like head, like you have your the baby is in the palm of your hand a little bit, the head, and then you just
Yeah.
slip and then it snaps its neck or something.
It dies.
I feel like,
And then it's
I'm
your
s-
problem just
it's-
because their semen in their eggs couldn't produce a strong neck. It's like,
well, that's fucking crazy.
and then you have to move across the country and start a YouTube.
Yeah. What was the
What?
question? What was the question?
Huh? I was listening to Earl Sweatshirt and I ended up getting a Miranda Cosgrove song. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
I'm just telling you just how I feel.
So
Wake up the members of your nation.
Guys, real quick question. Isn't it
It's
weird
your
that you
time
guys
to be.
you guys' professions are literally those things?
Oh yeah,
You guys,
iCarly.
isn't that fucking jarring?
iCarly was weird. Like I
Oh,
didn't really
yeah.
watch that show ever.
I've
At all.
caught like maybe 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, but like it's a pretty forward thinking show, honestly. The fact that they managed to just predict internet celebrities before it was like really a
That
thing.
shit was
Like, it was
crazy,
kind
man.
of a thing before, but like not even close.
Not
Like it
what
was
it is
more of a
now.
live show. It was like a live stream, really.
Yeah,
is what they
yeah,
did
exactly.
Which is kind of it's pretty wild.
You know what I thought of? I quit this idea because I'm sure it exists, because I was like, I'm gonna do my own version called I Nigga, and I was like, I'm sure it exists, and then I just didn't do it.
You should look it up and make sure it
I
doesn't
mean,
exist.
it's just one of those things that you know it does exist, so I just didn't even bother.
I don't know if it exists, man.
Come on, man, that's too easy, don't you think?
It is easy, but like very few people think that way. Fjord Noir, so Norse, wrote in. He says, "Hello, minorities." It's pretty cool.
Getting
I
a
like
lot of
that.
that stuff in there.
Right.
The minorities, right?
Yeah,
That's
my
right.
minorities.
That's pretty sick.
okay.
Hello, minorities.
Hi.
What would what would be worse, having peni fingers or giant penis stumps instead of hands?
Oh my god. What the fuck, man?
I feel like both of those are pretty on.
I
it.
Who
gotta go.
asked
With,
that
I gotta go
shit?
with penile fingers.
That's worse.
Oh no! Oh, it's
Than
worse.
having
oh no,
the
no, the
stumps?
stumps.
I don't want the
I thought it
stump
was-
dick arms.
No, that's what I meant. The stumps is worse.
Yeah.
Then you're fucking Patrick Star. You're fucked.
Are they so sensitive like dicks? You know, it's fuck-
I would
like,
rather
you get
have-
really excited and your fingers grow.
If I only had a choice between the two of them, I would probably pick the stumps because I could at least put like fake hands on them. You know what I mean?
You can put gloves on your
I put
penis
gloves on my
fingers.
penis fingers. And dude, think about
Everyone's
the
gonna
pleasure,
know.
dude. Think about the pleasure.
What is happening?
So
Okay.
much pleasure.
That is disgusting. I
Are
don't
they
like
fully-
this
are they
question.
fully-
I don't like this question at all. Oh my god.
People jacking all your fingers
It's
off.
just different iterations of your dick, but they're finger size.
See, we need to go back to
He's
the.
putting his hands in a glove over and over.
Oh yeah.
We need to-
Oh
We need to
yeah.
ask this gentleman if they're fully functioning penises though.
That's true.
That's fucking rancid. That's a rancid idea.
Can I piss out of my fingers?
I hope not. Wasn't that like a scary movie thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
like the fucking dude was putting the finger in his mouth.
Yeah.
And then he was pissing out of it. That was good. He's just literally shoving his dick in his mouth. That's pretty good.
That was so stupid.
Classic comedy.
That's pretty good. I warmed up to that movie after a while.
I do too. I like that's 4, right?
3.
3?
3.
What's 4? 4 was
4
the
was the
Grudge.
War of the Worlds parody.
That shit was fucking.
It wasn't.
didn't like that
it
one.
kind of fell off.
Definitely 1 was the
3,
funniest.
yeah. I
One
actually
and
really
2.
like 2. 2 is my
Two's
favorite
good.
with the butler with the fucked up hand.
Yeah,
I love that
That's the
one.
one that I remember the most.
That one-
is
that one's
the
my
one with the fucking butler and his
my
hands in the mashed potatoes.
That guy's so good.
My germs.
That guy was
Looks like some dude you'd find on TikTok.
Woganowski and There's Something About Mary. If you remember that
What?
fucking guy. Woganowski, Woogie, and There's Something About Mary. That fucking guy that was breaking out in hives and like all addicted to his shoes and shit. There's Something About Mary is like what classic, man.
I'm sure I probably said this on the podcast before. I don't remember who the fuck I told it to, but like I on some podcast that I was on. But like the dude who wrote Scary Movie 3 wrote Chernobyl. The fucking show, the HBO show, Chernobyl.
What?
Yeah, it was written by like the guy who wrote like either like one of the first 3 scary movies or all 3 of them.
Well,
Insane.
that's
And, he's, and now
that's
he's
a
writing,
contrast.
and now he's writing the Uncharted movies.
This night is
Oh,
dark,
yeah.
man.
Isn't there like a bunch of celebrities in that shit already?
Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
Is Tom Holland Nathan Drake?
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
You're serious?
Yeah, he's like young Nathan Drake.
Tom Holland's gonna be Nathan. I mean, he's definitely like athletic enough to nearly portray how athletic
I'd say he
Nathan
looks
Drake
kind of
is.
close to like the kid Nathan Drake that you play at the beginning of Uncharted 3. I don't know if I'd want to see that. I don't really give a shit about that at
I
all.
can never really racially like. I don't know what color Nathan. Because he's tan. I was like, oh, he's a Latin.
He's just a white dude.
Nathan Drake is like, that's pretty white, isn't it?
I guess I don't know.
Nathan Drake.
He's just a fucking Anglo-Saxon. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
Yeah, probably
German descent.
German Spanish descent. You know, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably like a British American. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
his
probably.
family's from Britain.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
He had like a.
Nathan Drake.
No, his ancestors are like fucking. They say, isn't that the whole point of that game? Is that his ancestors fucking?
I don't remember.
Fuck, man.
I played 3 once. I enjoyed it.
I played
I don't
3.
remember it.
Played
2's
3
great.
Like 10 years ago.
2 was really good.
She's really good. I'm playing through 1 right now. It's actually pretty good. Still.
I've been meaning to go back. I just
gonna get the
haven't turned on
collection
my PS3.
eventually,
I haven't turned on my
sooner or later.
PS4.
I
in
have this.
fucking
I just have
ages.
this. I just have this backlog of shit that I just like. I have to get through.
There's too. Yeah, I need more time. I fucked myself, man. I was like, hey, let's do podcasts. I'm gonna do a solo podcast. I'm gonna stream on Saturday, and I was like, oh, I don't have time to do anything anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Night is dark, man.
The second you get a schedule, it's like you realize how fleeting time is.
Yeah,
Literally.
And I probably have over 100 games I need to play. It's kind of stupid.
I definitely own like way more games than I've ever played for sure.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Even now, I have way more games than I need to finish.
Especially with like fucking Game Pass and shit.
That shit is ridiculous.
Game Pass is so insane. Like
Every
I'm
time I go on
overwhelmed
Game Pass,
consistently.
I get nauseous. I'm like, oh my god, there's too much shit on here. And I
Yeah.
just turn it off.
And it's funny. I have all these games, and I'm just sitting here waiting for Doom.
Yeah, because that's when you think about it. There's
all
only
you
a
want.
handful of games you really want to play.
Yeah.
You just kind of casually play other stuff passing by. That's where you accumulate all this shit that you don't really get around to.
Yeah.
And that's why I've beaten Mass Effect 1,000 times. I put 1,000 hours into Skyrim.
Yeah.
Doom, like I've beaten that twice, even though I haven't played Witcher yet.
I think I've
You know, it's
played-
like why am I doing this to myself?
I think I've played the entirety of the Halo trilogy at least 200, 300, 400 times.
That's
When
ridiculous.
you could have played
I
everything
could've-
else.
Yeah, I could have played so much. I could have
So
played
many
Final
just as
Fantasy
good
VII.
games.
I could have played Final Fantasy VII once, but I just didn't.
It's just I feel you, man. It's
wild, man.
I keep going. Okay, streaming on Saturday. Wow, what should I play? And then like somehow like
Sonic.
well, yeah, they did
Sonic 2
that I've been
again.
playing since I was like
Again.
6 years old, and then somehow I'm like back on Skyrim. No, not Skyrim. Oh, I did do Skyrim, and then I did Dark Souls again. I was like, it's the same rotation.
It's
I was
always
like-
the same
I was like,
rotation.
I need to
Fucking
stop
Skyrim,
this.
man.
Because video games are like, it's just like you find the things that like feel great
like
all the
movies.
time,
It's like-
and it's like,
like
oh,
the
man.
music.
Yeah,
It's a go-to.
Like I always pick the same movies. I'm always gonna, if I'm in the mood to watch a movie, I'll always watch typically the same things. Unless there's like a new thing that I want to catch, or if there's like a show on Netflix that comes out. Like
Speaking of shows, sorry, speaking of shows on Netflix.
yeah,
Speaking of shows on Netflix.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
yeah.
Speaking of that, anyone who follows me, anyone who knows me knows I praise this show a lot. But Castlevania Season 3 was so fucking amazing
Yeah.
that I can't. Please watch it.
It's really
Please
solid.
watch it. It is probably the best modern animated show.
I've been meaning to catch up.
Like
man.
it's so good.
It's definitely my favorite serious animated show. Like as far as like anime, it's not an anime really.
It's damn there though, but
It's
not.
pretty close. But like as far as like shows like that go, it's like it's one of my top
It's
favorites. of
so
all time.
fucking so good.
It's anime made well. It's not because there's no chibi bullshit in it.
Well, there's no chibi bullshit, but there's also just no filler. All of
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
that's right.
and like there are like this season was actually like kind of slow. Like
That's
there were
what was
like
perfect,
there were
though.
slow parts of it, and I was like, oh shit, there's like kind of. It's not that nothing was happening; it's that it was like all just like character building.
It was the one. It
And
was
it's
the one
like-
the tension being.
But like the
built.
second the season ends, it's like everything pays off in that season.
everything coalesces.
And it's
Everything
like-
from the price and coalesces too.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so.
My biggest problem is I'm in a tiny room now, and
Yeah.
my computer chair's in the way of my TV, and
That
so I haven't
sucks.
turned on my consoles, and I only have Netflix on. I just don't want to pay for it because I have it for free on my Xbox because one of my friends' accounts, and I was like, my TV's blocked, so I
sucks.
haven't turned on any of my shit.
It's a really
ya.
like
Please
that show caught me
watch.
off guard because it's a video game adaptation, so it's like those are traditionally pretty bad.
We were just like, it was one random day. We were just in like, I was like off from school and work. And we were just sitting down. It's like, oh, it's Castlevania on. He was like, we should watch this. Then the first episode was fucking wild. And we were like, let's just keep watching. And then we finished the first season in like 2 hours. Only like 4 episodes.
Yeah, 4 episodes. Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, this is insane. And I got so amped for the next season to come out, which came out, I think it came out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Still haven't seen it.
and then this season came out, and it was just like, just better. It just keeps getting better.
It's
been
probably
very
gonna do that. Like that. There's so much shit out there. Eventually, there's gonna be a handful of things that are just absolute fucking
Gems,
grand
yeah.
slams.
For real, dude.
That's how I felt about when I watched Marvel's Daredevil. When
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
that, I was like, wow, this is on Netflix. Like, this is amazing. The amount of garbage that was on Netflix, that the Kingpin, I've never that acting, I was enthralled, like just like in love with that
Yeah,
character.
he's a character I never gave a shit about.
Yeah.
Previously, I
Never
was like,
gave you a
what-
reason to.
I cared because I read comics. That's about it. But I was like, oh, Daredevil's
He was
like,
important.
I
yeah.
knew Kingpin from like the video games and stuff. It's like, this is just or the cartoon where he's just you're just a fat
and
asshole.
he was just a sad piece of shit, and like Vanessa would shit all over him.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh.
It's weird, man. Like,
was
like
so
there's a bunch of shit that just has no right to be.
that-
All the stuff that should be great is terrible, and all the stuff that shouldn't be really good at all is pretty
You're
solid.
like, whoa, this is
That's what I
pretty
felt about
amazing.
Clone Wars. Star Wars: The Clone Wars had no reason to be as good as it was because, like,
I've heard it's good,
like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be a Star Wars animated show. It's not gonna be that good. And I remember watching it, and I was like, this is amazing because the clones are actually like not just complete clones. They're like their own people. And I was like, this is fucking good. Like, because the Clone Wars is mostly about like, it's about Anakin and Ahsoka and everybody else, but like it was mostly about the clones, like existing as like their own people, but also being clones of the same person who's kind of like a murderous piece of shit.
Sounds like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie or something.
Yeah,
With all these clones and crazy
Sounds
shit going
terrible.
on.
dude, it's so good. Like,
It sounds terrible, but it's
It is-
apparently really good.
it is the best. It is the best anything from Star Wars. Actually, it is insane.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
I've heard that.
I'm gonna say that's actually not. First, I was gonna say, oh, that sounds pretty bold, but I'm like, wait a minute. The Star Wars hasn't had a great track record on a lot of stuff.
Dude, it's wild. It's like
It's kind of weird having a franchise that just
that loved.
popular and that embraced, and people just keep pumping out mediocre
Yeah.
shit.
It's astounding how much of this famous series is actually just really bad. Like,
The last
this
three were terrible.
The last trilogy was terrible. The prequels weren't good.
They're not.
They
good.
weren't good, but like people loved them. Like I'm on.
That's
People are
nostalgia,
going
though.
back, and it's nostalgia.
That's
I think
nostalgia,
us.
dude.
I think us loving it because I remember like
I have no nostalgia for those prequels.
I
fucking
only
love
like
them.
the
Third
Darth
one.
Vader, no, I mean Darth Maul fight at the end.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace. That's a good fight. It was good. It was. I liked it.
Speaking of Darth Maul becomes the coolest character in fucking Clone Wars.
Yeah, I saw a scene of
He's
him.
a beast.
I saw a scene of him fighting.
Obi.
And I was watching. I always watch those things of like who's the strongest Jedi, who's the strongest Sith, all this stuff. And then I started checking out some. They showed this scene from the Clone Wars, and I checked it out, and I was like, yeah, choreography looks pretty good in this. It looks like it's actually a pretty good show.
Super fucking good, man.
I just had no idea Castlevania was gonna be that good, and like
I don't think anybody did.
I was like, well, it's a I mean, video games have such a bad track record. You're just
Yeah.
like, okay, well, this is probably just gonna be like a really horrible cash grab, and then you watch it, and it's like, this is fucking amazing. Fucking what's that other one? The Witcher.
Witcher had no business to be as good.
I
as
thought The
was.
Witcher was gonna be fucking garbage, and I was like,
I had faith, man.
oh,
I had
this
faith in
is
Henry
good.
Cavill.
Yeah, Cavill's a snack.
You know
So,
every male I've talked to is in 100% agreement about that. It's weird.
He's
What?
really attractive.
That he's
About
an
like
attractive
they're
person?
like he's the one guy that like say like, oh, we're not gay, but if Henry Cavill wanted to bang, you'd say yes. Yep. You didn't say no, so
no.
I don't give a
I'm
give a
like-
fuck. I don't give a fuck what you say. You would. So
I don't like men, but like
that's the whole thing.
I can like that man.
I appreciate it.
Like if he caressed you and held you tight to his giant fucking hairy chest, you'd feel safe. You'd feel like you're at home. You're back. You're back in the womb.
I feel safe.
I feel safe here.
Henry, you make me feel safe.
He's just like that with his nice British voice. It's okay.
You see him talking about how he's
everything's gonna be all
You
right.
see him talking about like when somebody asks him like PlayStation or Xbox, he's like PC.
He's all with this. He was so disgusted too. His
PC.
But I was
why
like,
would I play it anywhere else?
and that's like, yeah, that's I understand it now though.
He's a gamist, man.
Now I've had a good rig for 2 years, and that's what I say. It's hard for me to turn back on the consoles because, fuck, man, I rebought like everything.
Yeah.
And it's on PC now.
I have an RTX 2080 Ti. I have like a beastly rig right now.
Yeah,
I rarely play games on it
that's weird.
because I just work on it all the time.
Oh,
You don't want to be on it.
No,
I mean,
I always just want to like be in my bed, like sloped back, like on my couch or
Like
something.
slouched back.
Playing because I just it definitely like it runs better for sure. But then I'm also like crouched over this fucking thing.
you need to get
it's
better
like-
shit. You need to get a better chair. Yeah.
I just don't want to play on it.
I mean, you
It's
should.
also games are fucking huge. They're fucking huge. Like the files for games now are ridiculous.
They're pretty big.
And
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
comedic.
Like I
and
need,
the second-
I need
the
another.
sec-
I need another hard drive.
and the second I like put like I unload all my files for video stuff onto my computer, and it's like you've run out of space, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta delete the fucking Division 2 because it's like 8,000 gigs. And it's just like,
8,000.
if I could have it my way, I would have an editing rig and a gaming rig
Yeah.
separately, but that's just
That makes
insanely
sense.
expensive.
I mean, just get another hard drive. Just get like another 2 terabyte, and then just put all your fucking shit on one, and then one on the other.
Yeah,
Because I have to do that now because I have just the
and then sometimes my
solid
PC,
state, another terabyte, and then that ran out immediately. And I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck?
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. It crashes sometimes, like out of nowhere. Like I'll be playing fucking Combat Evolved, like Halo 1.
Well, that's just Combat Evolved.
No,
Oh yeah,
no, it's not.
yeah it is. Because I have games that crash on me too.
Yeah,
Like I was playing Saints fucking Row 2, and I was crashing.
yeah, and it's just like my whole computer stops, and it's like
Oh, your
Great.
whole computer. Oh,
Here we
wait, that's
go.
different. Oh, I was just talking about the game.
no,
crashing.
like straight up, like the computer just stops.
Well,
And
you
it's like,
probably need to do a hard reset. The
Yeah,
fuck,
it's probably
man?
Wiley.
My shit doesn't crash like that.
well, congrats.
Lucky
And
you.
you have better shit than me.
Yeah, but the second you have better shit, it's like that you have like infinitely more problems because now like nothing reacts the same way to everything, and like I've had the most problems with this PC than I've had with any other PC, even when running games, even though it's the strongest PC I've ever had. Annoying.
I just like the game, man. Just when you put all the settings up to like ultra high, like the very high, the highest, and just everything just looks so fucking like.
That's jarring.
It's nice.
It's
I
so
I
nice.
just
That's what happened. My friend, because he had this awesome PC. I lived with him in this apartment for a while, and he just started playing Shadow of Mordor. I think it was in 2017 or something. He started playing it, and then I had it, and I was looking at it on my Xbox One, and I was looking at it on his screen, and I was like, "Fuck this shit!" Like his shit looks amazing. Everyone looks like you can see every fiber in their muscles. The blood, like their black blood, was just so like I was like, man. This is dumb. Like I don't want to play on fucking this shit anymore.
I haven't
It's just-
gone a PC yet, and I'm really happy. I'm gonna get one sooner or later.
Hell yeah, man.
When I finally fix up my room, I'm definitely gonna get like a PC and a
you should.
stand.
We could stream
Mod
Destiny.
That'd be insane.
everything. Mod everything.
Yeah,
It's so fun. Like it's cool that Bethesda allowed some mods on the console.
yeah, they did.
That was
really
cool.
dope with them.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That was
but
a really that was a pretty forward thinking idea.
really
that was cool.
That was
Yeah,
really
they-
really.
That was one of the
good.
few good things they did
Yeah.
in that time.
Yeah.
They did it with Fallout 4, and they did it with what you call
And
it.
Skyrim.
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 That was dope, and I was like, that's great. But then PC also has
More.
better, yeah, more.
Yeah.
Like say like
I'm gonna get a PC fairly soon.
hell yeah,
I'm gonna
man,
get one.
definitely the worthy.
I actually just
investment.
recently bought a capture card for my Switch.
Oh, sick.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I bought
You've been saying that for months. Where is it?
I just bought one, like today, like actually.
You know what? I heard you say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard you
I
say
purchased
something
one.
about a capture card.
Yeah, I purchased one today. It was a little pricey, but like I think it's gonna pay itself.
What was it? Did you?
Did you get an Elgato?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
one for the PS4. It's PS4, Switch, PC.
Yeah, they
and
work
PS5.
for
Yeah.
a capture card is a capture card. It works for
I'm gonna get
everything.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that. I'm also gonna buy an Ethernet cable. And probably stream a little bit of Smash every now and then.
Why would you buy an Ethernet cable?
Just be a little bit faster. I
So if I,
guess.
so if I ever
for
play
the
Smash
computer.
online.
For the PC?
Yeah.
For the laptop or whatever?
Oh no, for the what you call it? For the
Switch?
The
Plug-
Switch. Yeah.
You can just plug the one there's one in the PS4 already.
There's a piece of, but is it a converter that goes to the Switch too?
A converter.
the same thing?
You just
I thought-
unplug it.
I thought
You're not gonna
really.
use-
There's another.
What do you mean?
Spend unnecessary money, but dope.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
you got-
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I thought you need Ethernet cables because I don't think they have an Ethernet thing on them. The Switch doesn't have like an Ethernet port.
Oh, it doesn't have a port. You have to
yeah.
like convert it.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it
know.
doesn't have one. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure that's why they exist.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know
that's
that.
a
Okay.
fucking stupid design. Okay.
The
Yeah, it
Switch
is.
The Switch is Nintendo doesn't know how to design
I
anything.
didn't even know that.
That was the thing. Like people were like, "Oh, you have to get an Ethernet cable." So I'm gonna
can-
get that.
They can only make games and that's it. They can't make they can't make hardware at all. to
That's
save
it,
it.
Oh man, we forgot that people might want to have faster and stable internet.
I never want to play.
Most
I
of their
never,
games are not internet based. That's the
That's
not
true.
only fair
That's
thing.
true,
Most of
that's
them are
true.
very not
fair,
internet based.
except for Splatoon, which is
Except for Splatoon and Smash, one of the most competitive games on the planet.
Yeah, so it's still stupid.
it's I don't know, man. The Switch is like weird because it's like really cool, but then like I never want to play it. I never want to play it unless I'm like playing Smash with everybody, and that's it. That's the only time I ever play the Switch. Because if I play stuff on handheld, I always feel weird because like the Joy-Cons are like have like a slight, you know what I mean? Like there's like a slight
move a
give
little bit.
where it feels like you could like snap it.
I like my Switch, but like They need a mega version. Yeah, they need to have the Switch Pro come out like real soon.
I just need.
You have one too, right?
I had it the first year it came out, and then I was too I was too impatient to wait for other shit to come out, so I sold it.
I need E3. I need E3 to happen right now.
Yeah, big factually.
I need somebody to fucking mail me theirs because I just can't bring myself to buy another one, even though I want to. But I'm like,
I have a lot of games on it, and I never touched it.
I got Breath of the Wild, and I fell in love with that console. And I was like, this console is literally my life.
I get it. I really put the energy out there. Someone mail me yours.
No, it's just Breath of the Wild, Smash. I play like a lot of the Final Fantasy. They have like the story's starting to build up. It's starting to get us a bit of a presence, but like it just needs a virtual console.
That was Odyssey.
Odyssey's dope. It's very reminiscent of Mario 64.
Okay. Yeah.
Odyssey's pretty fun.
Nintendo, listen to me. You have so many good games on your virtual console. Just hook me up.
Just do it.
Please. Like it's so much money.
They're not listening.
So much money. I
They're
know.
not listening.
But someone might listen.
Here's the thing. There's probably somebody from Microsoft listening. There's probably somebody from Sony listening.
Yeah.
Definitely nobody from Nintendo.
Come
Definitely
on.
not.
They don't do
because
that.
they don't know how to listen to podcasts.
Come on.
I bet
they don't even know.
I bet they straight up don't even know what YouTube is still.
What?
Well, if you're out there, please listen to me. Just put Metroid Fusion on the Switch, man.
Your pleads are falling on deaf ears.
I know, but they have been for years.
You might as well just keep bleeding. Oh my god. Well, we're at 2 hours now.
Yip.
So you know what that means. We're going to read through these fucking horrendous $10 patrons. By the way, if you want to support this trash fest, you can go to patreon.com/thesnarktank. $1 a month gets you early access to every episode. $5 gets you your questions and comments read on the show. And 10
Sweeney.
and then
Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm taking. Sorry. Don't.
and then 10 gives you
I'm
this.
kidding, honey. I'm kidding. It's not me. Derek said that. Not me, sweetheart.
I don't know what you're talking about. Double O Dolphin,
Whoa.
a deplorable, a level 1 cleric.
Nice.
Aaron oh my god.
De la Cock.
Aaron De La Caudra. Oh, I thought it was going to be like a fake bullshit. It's just a real last name.
Sorry about that. Your name is nice.
Adrian Royal, Etherean, Alex Jones, All Hands on Dick, Aloof, the Hyman Ripper Ransom.
Come on, man.
Good.
Ooh, wow. I like that.
Good. Nice. God help us. Artie, the One Man Party, Badly Brave, Beelzebub the Gimp.
Hey, Beals.
Hey, Beals.
Gimp Daddy.
Balana, Black Nipple Gang, BLT the Ace Hunter, Brandon Peavy, Carl Weezer's Juicy Cum Dumpster Ass, Carlton Banks, Carrie.
Jeez, Jimmy, my ass is so full of cum.
Carson, oh my God. Carrie Roth, Carson Jones, Cataclysmic Cunt. It's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Catnips, Chad,
Nice.
Christopher Middling.
Yeah.
I think that name always fucks me.
Sorry, Chris.
It just trips me up because it just looks so similar to my name. Corey McNulty, David Davis,
Hey, David.
Davis.
Vanilla Man over here.
Leave him alone. He's messaged us. Leave him alone.
Decado, Dixie Normus.
Dixie Normus.
That's
That's
a fucking.
a good
That's
one.
a
That's a
Bart
classic.
Simpson.
Yeah.
That's a Bart Simpson phone call.
I'm looking for Dixie
Seymour
Normus.
Butts.
I'm looking for Dixie Normus. What is this? Dodd? Dodie Dodd?
Come on, what is that? Is that like Gal Gadot's like fucking son or something?
Doddy Dodd.
Dodie died.
Doddy Doddy Dodd. Whatever the fuck your name is.
Swedish fucking yodelers.
Donald Trump, the world-renowned Negro hunter.
Oh,
What? Someone put that into action. Yo, thank you
that's
so
pretty
much.
cool.
I'm glad that became a thing.
Dummy Thick Dave.
Damn, Dave.
Damn.
Dylan Broadbent. Edward Thibodeau. God damn it. That's like a British thing. Eric Pfeiffer. Fake Flynn. Fat Houdini.
Fat Houdini.
I think I recognize that name for some reason.
Fat Houdini.
Fat Houdini sounds
Oxymoron.
familiar. Female Sonic admirer. Oh God. I'm gonna need to look that one up in a thesaurus. This one. Oh man.
Let's hear it.
Fjalar Tandri Guttormson.
Damn.
Thank you.
It's a hard name. I'm sorry. I'm already dyslexic as it is. So anytime
Yeah.
there's like a lot of consonants in
Are
a
you,
row,
are you a regular reader or are you dyslexic also?
No, I'm all right.
you're not
Damn.
dyslexic.
No.
I'm
Must be nice.
massive dyslexic, which is why it's a good thing I'm in charge of reading this.
All right.
Fjord Noir, Fuhey, fuck you, Stevie Wonder, we all know your eyes work.
That's such a bold statement.
That's a good
Gassy Ghastly, Ginny Hygard, Glendon Cole
Jenny.
Simper.
Jenny, you're real thick down there, Jenny.
Let me touch your bulbous penis, Jenny.
Glofnoid, Jester of the Sween King.
Wait, Glofnoid Jester the Sween King?
Gucci Gang, my gooch is gangrene.
That's a fucking good one, dude.
That's pretty good. Heartless Wretch, he Larvey Boswald.
Love it.
I have a soft spot for that one
one's a
still.
good one.
That's a solid one.
Jacob Armston, Jake Parsons, Jefferson Steelflex.
Wait, who was that from?
I don't
That was
know.
from something.
That's definitely from
Jefferson
something.
Steelflex is definitely from something.
Dodgeball? No.
It's definitely not a real
Dodgeball.
name.
No, it's from it's from a show. I don't know what show though.
Jeremiah D. McRoberts,
Okay.
Jose Horich, Horach is what he said. Is how you
Horach.
pronounce it. Horach.
All right, thank you,
So
Jose.
Jose Horach, thank you for your pledge.
Thank you for
Joshua,
watching.
Joshua Millard, King of Haphazard, Nika.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job,
You said
Chris.
that really well, man.
Yeah, I have to.
He practiced.
I really got it.
I'm not gonna let this happen
I
again.
said it over and over again while I was sleeping last night, and sometimes when I'm angry when I play video games.
Sometimes when I'm really angry at video games, I say Nick.
Damn Game
Leon
Awards.
and Susan Five
Gamer
Ever,
words.
Luke Abella, Luke Jerkovic, Melphis One, yeah, I got that right. Let me cut that silence out. Mia Khalifa once again.
Mia Khalifa.
Thanks.
Mike Gates, Mr. Habrowski, Mystic DN, Nicola Temple, Oliver Troxel.
Such a weird name.
That is a strange one. Papa John, Paul's favorite butt slut.
Oh,
Oh, that's hot.
Okay.
that's real hot.
Plant Bat, Polio Pussy Got Me Disabled.
That shit was so fucking vibrant last one. Thank you for that.
PP Extendis, Richter 86, Rod Holder, Rushanish, Rusticity, Rusty Cunts, Schadenfreudian Slip, Sentient Condom.
It knows.
That's an insult. I said something. I said that to somebody.
He said they're taking your
You bully him in the
taking your
sentence.
shit, man.
Kind of bullying the sentience. You were talking about fucking
Pro Jared.
Pro Jared.
Oh,
I almost said Progerian.
I said he was a condom that looks like it was bullied into sentience. Sex Haver. Nice.
sex.
That's a fucking Xbox 360 like 2009 name. Yeah, you wouldn't know because I was having this threesome. I was having this threesome with these girls. I let one of them play. If I was playing, I would have totally fucking just crushed your ass, dude.
Lowercase x, Sex Haver. Lowercase x.
The first Modern Warfare match I ever played with, I played with Jesus Christ. It was like the original.
Yeah,
Like,
nice.
How'd you get that?
You gotta
be
day
quick.
one, man.
Yeah.
Day one. Sharlock 93, Shih Tzu Posting, Sideshow Bob's Body Double, Slumped Mole Studios, Soggy Aardvark, Some Sweeney Raygun, Sunny Chance,
That's a fusion.
Sweeney's Magic Weenie, Sweeney
Yeah.
Tom, the ethnic barber of Yeat Street. Good lord, this is another like Eastern European thing. Stitzy, Rish Pikema.
Vodka.
I'm sorry, man. I'm
Vodka.
so sorry.
Thank you. We appreciate
I'm really sorry.
you.
We appreciate you. I'm just retarded.
We're just Americans.
Tharja IBW, the Cosmic Hippie, the Dreamer and his Shadow, the Progerian Hunter, the
It's
sinister,
pretty much Goblin Hunter. It's pretty much damn near Goblin Hunter.
the sinister Mr. Fister,
That's sick.
That's
I-
pretty good.
I like how that rolls off the tongue.
the Virginity Thief,
That's hot.
the Invisible Skeptic, the
That's,
Spectre Angel, Toby Shootman, triple question mark, Umberman, and Wash Your Anus, White Tom Sweeney, and okay, we apparently butchered this last time, or I butchered this last time. Yaslin Clemens.
Oh,
I assume that's what it is.
respectable.
Oh, it's not an L.
She related to
Yassine.
Roger Clemens.
Yassine Clemens. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I saw an L there for some reason last time. I
She
apologize,
related to
Yassine.
New York Yankee pitcher Roger Clemens.
Was he a Yankee?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the
I
Yankees.
don't remember.
I've been to Yankee Stadium
Aren't
so
you
many
like
times I couldn't
New
name a
York
single
people?
Yankee. Derek Jeter. That's it.
And what about A-Rod?
A-Rod. Who's
Of
that?
course, he's the Rican.
No, you know A-Rod,
He's
right?
the Rican. Oh, is
A-Rod.
he Dominican?
You know A-Rod.
Who the fuck is
Alex
A-Rod?
Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez.
He was fucking
The kid from high school?
If you know Derek Jeter, you should know who A-Rod is. God, what it... You're not... What? Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even like baseball, and I know these...
I know who
assholes.
A-Rod is.
Oh,
But I
okay, you
also
piece of shit.
But I also knew like three A-Rods, like with that name.
Oh,
Alex Rodriguez.
I know Alex Rodriguez in my hometown.
Alex
too.
Rodriguez is a super fucking hilariously common
Really
name.
common.
Insane.
Before we get too off track, guys, we've noticed how insane the growth on our Patreon is becoming. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, it means a lot.
It's wild to think that this podcast is actually enjoyed by people who aren't all mentally disabled. Some of you guys might be. You know what?
That's okay. We welcome your mentally disabled business.
Yeah.
Also, update before we really sign off on this. I'm receiving a lot of requests for merch. We've got a lot of art sent in. I got this one piece that was like fucking astounding. I think I want to turn it into something. It's
beautiful.
So if you are sending messages to the email raygunbusiness@gmail with some merch ideas, I promise you I'm sifting through a lot of them. I'm reading all of them. Not all of them are going to be responded to because I just have a lot of shit to do, and also just like I got to make sure that we get the best shit ever. So apologies if like maybe you haven't gotten a response. It's likely because I'm busy using other things.
Sure.
If I'm being real. But I'm going to try and get some of that merch out, probably at least the design out by the end of the month, and we can hopefully ship them out. After then, we got to start a new store. I might shop around for some partners who are willing to help us do that. So merch is incoming.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
The Snark tank is going to be wearable very soon.
Dude, some of the art that we've gotten is insane.
I just want socks, and that's it.
I saw one picture.
Socks would be cool.
I saw one picture of our Snark tank that was so genuinely amazing.
Yeah.
That like it's wild that like the fact that I'm already on merchandise makes me fucking cringe a little bit. But like the 3 Sween Moon, that shit fucks with me because I've seen people with it on, and it's just like, oh man, God's dead.
You yesterday apparently, like, or the day before, got recognized.
Dude, I was
for the podcast.
So it's weird. It's weird. So I was at Barnes and Noble a few days ago, and some guy asked me if I wanted a Twinkie, and I was like, why would I want a Twinkie? What the? Oh shit! Because I talked about fucking a hot Twinkie.
And that wasn't that long ago.
That was
like within the week.
That was the last episode.
That was the last episode.
That's insane, dude.
That's insane.
So the growth is there, and it's really appreciated. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, and video should be coming relatively soon, definitely before the end of the month. I'm shopping around for some cameras right now. I think I found the ones that we need. I'm going to see if I can dress up this set a little bit more. It's a little bit bare. I think we could work with it, though, for the time being.
You can make it more adorable.
Yeah, we could do some stuff.
You put some dumb shit out there.
So that's all the housekeeping done. I guess we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.
Farewell.
Have a little faith, Arthur.
Have a little for sure.
Yuck.
Have a little for sure.
Have a little sure.